I told you that would be fun.
I haven't seen that much pent up semen in my entire life.
So he was a virgin, right? We all got that.
I think. I don't want to know. I still don't know what the cover up is.
Oh fuck! I wanted to ask him what he thought about Jamie Lynn Hughes. Who he was.
He refused. He said she was too old. She's an old windbag with dried up dead eggs or whatever. His Puritan principles wouldn't touch her. Give him a 18-year-old girl or nothing. 18-year-old virgin. He's gonna do the hymen inspection long before marriage.
He's Colin Bohannon. He's gonna get in there. Oh God. At any moment, this country could turn into a Christian caliphate.
Look at Clarence Thomas over here doesn't say anything for the entire show. What the hell?
Where are you?
Give me some feedback for the love of God.
What did you think about that Mazza speech that he gave at the end?
Hello, everybody. Yeah. So I'm back in the stream. Drex is back in the chat. First and foremost, what the hell? Right?
I still don't know.
I warned you with my eye contact or lack thereof. All right, B. I'm actually disappointed in all of you guys.
Aww.
I'm disappointed in Dick. I'm disappointed in Pete. You know why?
I will accept the criticism. Is it?
Why?
I have a rule that I've expressed on this channel, which is I don't believe in using shaming language or like calling people names and stuff, right?
You do.
Wow. I do.
So Dick, here's the reason why I say that.
Yeah.
The moment you start doing that, people start doing these personal attacks instead of staying on the topic, right? Like,
right.
I've openly addressed Dick. Like, there's people who have made comments about me or something that I would like to address, right? I'll address it without calling them like stupid idiots or the racial stuff he kept putting out.
Wild.
So when you put out this racial stuff and all this, homophobic slurs and all that stuff, my thing is this: it just exposes you, right? I didn't say anything because for everyone who's had choice words about me, Nick, kind of prove what Lady Rackets was saying. Wow, Drex is a good guy. He's good with the kids. When you argue with fools, it makes you look like a fool. I would have never argued.
Well, listen.
Never.
I have a disability.
I know.
I have a disability. It's never going away, and I will argue with fools.
I can't do
I
it.
have to resist, and I can't.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, look, so he's going into the whole I'm a Jesus guy.
Yeah.
Then it goes into then he becomes a plantation owner.
Yeah.
Then he becomes calling these
with
racial
a
slurs of
well-tended
Dick.
garden that Dick helps him with.
Yeah. I will say this though, Dick, I strongly disagree with you for mocking him for if indeed he is a virgin. In the current climate,
Mm-hmm.
I highly respect a male virgin, for real.
Why?
And here's why. So Dick, in this, if you had a son, the more chances he takes with one of these random thoughts, he's taking a significant amount of risk, right? Like you're out there in California, you're aware of the Alyssa Milanos of the world, Toronto Burke, the Me Too, Title IX, all that, right?
Sure.
STDs at the highest rate they've been in history, right? Yeah. So when a guy says he's a virgin,
STD shit. Come on. Okay, go ahead.
Can I offer a mild counterpoint and then you can go?
Go ahead.
Do you think that guy gets anywhere near anything called a thought?
I would say no.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
And he pays well.
All right.
I know what Dick was doing. Dick was doing it clearly to troll the dude.
That was the funny thing. Like the guy didn't realize that
he's just trolling.
Every time Dick said he was fat, it would derail him for.
And that was my point. So that's why I just look because I'm like, Dick, don't call this guy fat. And
yeah,
Dick,
yeah.
There's dudes like this. Like I've had to argue with fat people, and I don't even like to call them arguments. It's basically, a tear down because all they're gonna do is start running their mouth, right? Yeah. I never call them fat, and that you can tell that they expect it. And I stay the course. I really do stay the course. And the guy just kept on using all these like.
Why do you do that? Why do you stay the course?
Well, here's the reason why. When you stay the course, when the time comes for them to lie on you and say, he said this or he did it. Nope. Because there's always gonna be a witness, right? Like, you've been in environments where it was a he said, she said, right? Well, guess what? If you just stay on course, Nick, and you just speak like this, straight arrow, while they're out here hitting you with all these emotional outbursts and talk about your ethnicity or sucking someone's phallic region, it just makes them look more ridiculous. So you just the course, stay the course.
Now,
That's why.
I would contend he did that even with our failure.
Yeah. He was going to be what he is. Here's the thing. Dick, did you notice how he introduced himself? He came on the channel with all that vitriol.
He dropped an F-bomb.
It just from jump. From jump. And I'm just kind of like, that was unnecessary. Like,
are you a religious guy?
No.
No, you're not.
0%.
Hold on, Dick. I'm disappointed in you yet again. I talked about a 2.5 with a fucking midget, and you asked me if I'm religious. Dick, you should know better.
Well, that might be a spiritual experience.
It might.
I'm from LA. I don't really have the whole good bad thing is fuzzy for me.
Oh, I bet.
This is the thing I don't get with that. So it's always like, one, he tries to rope me in with the as if I'm supposed to have some authority over your hedonism, which I obviously don't care about. What am I going to do? Am I going to fix you and save you? What would it take?
Not even God could stop me, Nick. How dare you?
How much money would it take me to get you into church?
I'll go to church for free, man. I just want to hang out with you.
How much money would it take me to get you to go to church and care? No, I'm just kidding.
I love church. I actually love it. Like, I love going there. I love all that shit. Like, yeah.
What denomination do you like to go to?
I have no Catholic.
Okay,
the last church I remember is Catholic church with my mom.
Oh, so the kneeling and the standing and
the last church I was ever at is I was getting a blowjob in the church parking lot from my girlfriend at the time. It was a long time ago.
I thought you went to JLP's church.
No, because JLP always has his church when we're recording. If you come out here, we'll go to JLP. 100%.
Well, are you gonna do? You're gonna do a road rage once it opens up, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, because my tickets are still with the airline, so I'll just schedule them whenever you're doing it. I'm coming out for it.
Okay. Good.
And please send my new Project 2 payment.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Normally, when a person makes a point, they make a point. Obviously, people can, they can interject or they can, interrupt you, right? But the dude just kept on regurgitating the same point over and over, even though Dick was trolling him and interjecting every now and then. It's like, he just kept on going over the same point. I'm kind of like, I'm looking down at my phone, right? And I'm like, just 28 minutes later, and we've gotten no closer to anything. That's why I didn't talk. Nope.
When we finally got to the question of what is the cover-up?
Yep.
Because that's the big question.
There wasn't really an answer.
He says, well, it's impossible to do now. It's like, what was the cover-up then? Like, what is it? All I want to know is, like, you want us to make fun of the text? Because I'm happy to make fun of the text. I thought some of them were pretty funny. The really funny one, did you see where someone put your messages and then it took out Jamie's responses and added Maddox's sex messages?
I did see that. That was great.
That was brilliantly funny. I think that's what you meant when you said you had gold and you just screwed it up. They could have done anything funnier than what was done.
You could have done anything, man. And you had Jamie on the line for it. Like, she would show up and read it for you. You could have read my half. She would have read her half. I think it's better if she reads your half. I think so too.
Yeah, that's funnier.
She would have done basically anything. Jamie Lynn Hughes would do anything to get me to admit in public that we fucked her. You could have hung that over her head, get her to read whatever you want. There's just like, you could have done anything with it, but they fucked her.
Okay, so I need to ask the question.
Yeah.
Did you, and I guess that's plural, have intercourse, sexual relations with that woman?
Define what is.
That depends what your definition of intercourse is. We fucked her ass for a long, long time. I I really don't. I don't like talking about it because it's bragging, and I hate guys who brag. But goddamn, if anybody deserves to get hit by lightning, it's me, because I have seen pleasures beyond the vision of a normal man, and I cannot go back. It's a good question. Thank you for asking.
Well, because I think that seems to have been lost in all this, and only because people seem to be wanting you to admit to their perception of your degeneracy, right?
Oh,
Like-
my degeneracy is extreme.
And
Go ahead.
that's what confuses me about this. People want you to say that you did the thing, and you seem to be saying, "Yeah, I did the thing. Yeah, I sent the messages, and I got the desired result."
Well,
Right?
it's not even about result. Like, really, I think this whole thing is, I think that you guys, you need to talk to women like this. You need to be at home revving them up constantly because it pleasures you. Like, God gave you a machine that you can constantly ingratiate and please and titillate and script out, and you mean it when you say it, but it's like an immediate return, that you should not judge yourself on. This idea of being embarrassed about sexuality, when you're, especially when you're keeping it to yourself, like when you're, if the honest expression of sexuality is why so many incels exist. Just express what you feel, express what you think, do it over and over again until you can fine tune it, until you get rejected and it's whittled down into something that you can present to a woman. But for God's sake, don't ever be in. I'm embarrassed by it. I'm embarrassed. Oh God, I'm embarrassed. But for God's sake, like, commit to this. Commit to the genuineness of your simpery, if you want to call it that. Don't give her any money. Don't give the bitch any money. Keep a tight string on the money, but say whatever you say what feels good. I don't know.
I got a question for you, and this is it's related, but it's form related. I listened to the kill stream, and people are saying that Jesse got quote unquote gangbanged on the kill stream or whatever.
True. Yeah.
And I think that's relatively fair, but do you think that Jesse misread how to do a kill stream appearance?
Yeah, when you come in with hi guys twice, you've misread the kill stream.
The kill stream is it is a might makes right sort of show. Like, that's the chat likes they like people yelling, they like people talking over, they like a little bit of the grit, right? It's a little bit of blood sport.
If you're gonna come in like a heel, if you've been spending all day, if you've been spending a couple days telling people how they're simps, trying to cast whatever aspersions on how everyone lives their lives, if you've been playing yourself up as the big baller, when everyone tunes in, you have to come in more with a dribble out cum shot. Like, that's what, when Jesse came on that show, it was like, here comes the cum shot, dribble right out the tip. Like, oh man, nobody wants to see. You got to come in swinging. You got to come in saying, hey, I'm Jesse. I fucking conquered Jamie Lynn Hughes because she's so fucking desperate because you fucked her over. And here's what we've got. I've got these texts. Boom. You said this. Boom. You don't come in saying, oh, would you like to read your text with me? I'll play the role of the woman. No, man, I don't want to read my text with you with the role of the woman. No, thank you. That's gay.
It was and again, this isn't, I think Jesse just didn't do research on the maybe did, I don't know. Killstream it's a unique sort of place. I'm actually relatively uncomfortable a lot of times going on the Killstream because I don't like to argue necessarily by going over the top of someone. I don't like to argue. I like to have discussions anyway. And so I don't like to do that, but I'll do it from time to time. And especially if it's like Mad Black Atheist or whatever and really have some personal issue. But other than that, I don't, it's not really my type of show. So I always kind of feel weird on the kill stream because it's like, here I am kind of just trying to contribute my perspective. And I know that that's not always what the chat wants. I think Jesse missed the boat on that completely.
Well, you're a de-escalator. You know?
Lots of times.
Yeah. And I'm an extreme escalator.
You're an accelerator.
I'm an accelerator. And Jesse was kind of just happy to be there. And I think that I think everyone saw it right away. Like he was just so outclassed. Yeah.
It was weird. Okay,
a lot of super chats.
I'm gonna start burning through these.
Oh damn!
Some of these are for you, Dick. And if you have to go at any point, just let me know. But
I never have to go. I got to look at the size of this drink that I have.
Oh, and you're on Pacific time. That's
yeah. He's 2 hours behind us.
Yeah, you got no excuse. Let's go. Gator wants to come on too. I might bring him on in just a little bit, but I want to do some more super chats.
Zoom too. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything with Zoom, but he wanted to come on too.
I think Zoom wanted to. I don't know. I don't know if Zoom I haven't talked to Zoom in a really long time.
Yeah.
And I think he might have wanted to come on for that guy. But
me too. I think so. I don't know.
Kyle says, Dick, you recently said Lakis 101 wouldn't work in today's world. What did you mean by this? Are you implying, like Drex has said, that #MeToo has destroyed intersexual relationships? Drex, your thoughts as well.
Did you say Lakis?
Leykis 101. I don't know what that is.
It's Lycus, man. That
Lycus.
was
it like Tom Lycus?
Yeah, Tom Lycus.
I love him.
Who's that?
He should be on Mount Rushmore.
But who is he?
He was a radio jock.
Okay, so what's Lycus 101?
That was his whole, basically, this is how you get laid. Lycus 101. Yeah, he's a legend on the West Coast.
Listen, pretend that I'm a married Christian man and I don't have these questions.
Yeah, Tom Lycus is a god, man. He's a god. But
my soul is saved no matter what Populous says.
Well, you know, I will say this, and I want Dick's take on this. Although Dick is in a relationship, I do believe Me Too was the end game. It's over. I've told women that right to their face because they were, like I said, you guys are both in different positions. Nick, you're married. Dick, you are in a committed relationship.
You're like, whatever.
Right? Like, but Dick, I'm sure you heard women talking around LA, right? The women just get older, the body count gets higher, but these women are realizing, Nick, there is no white picket fence at the end of the rainbow for them. That's over.
Garbage, you white picket fence.
Me Too ended it.
If you're
done.
18 and just tell her you'll build her a white picket fence.
You could say that.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, look, man, whatever you got to tell these chicks, I mean, they're out of there. But I do believe, Dick, and I want your take on it. I believe Me Too was the end game. It's over. Like the whole intergender dynamics between men and women. It's fucking done. Dating is done. Hookup culture killed that, and hookup culture is collapsing on itself with this quarantine. What's your take on that, Dick? I say it's done.
Well, I think that Lycus 101 was about turning dates into getting laid.
Yep.
And I think that the modern man needs more advice on getting dates. Like as we progress, it's harder and harder to draw chicks out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been brutal. Like we can't even get guys over to our house right now. Friends we've known forever, like just kind of, and I think it's going to get harder. It's going to get even harder after the quarantine is over. I think Lycus 101 had its place, but I think it only doesn't apply because the number one thing you can do is get a girl out. And once you get her out, it's like that $40 shit. Just don't be a spastic retard. Don't be a PPP. Don't be an Ashley, and you'll do okay. Me Too has added this really fucked up dimension to guys who are guys who have the potential to make a lot of money should be very wary about Me Too. Everybody else, no. But guys, if you're in college, if you're like getting your law degree or whatever, or getting whatever,
don't get a law degree. Oh God.
Yeah. You also
know, though, Dick has a point. And I would say, Nick, any young man out there who's like on their way to wanting to get into something to be a very high earner, I hate to admit this.
Yeah.
You might be better off for real getting prostitutes out of the country. It's that bad. Because Dick, you know this. Look what happened to Brett Kavanaugh, right? Old bitches, 30-something years later, talking about something. It was Brett Kavanaugh. You know, none of these cases turn out to be true. You're out there in LA, right? Chris Hardwick got railroaded, right, by his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, he fucking did.
Nick, it's every. You know? So Dick, have you noticed a theme? The guys who get Me Too, they seem to always be, like you said, someone of status, someone of means. Yep. So, and they're all men.
If you don't have something to take,
that's what I'm saying.
Waste your time?
Look, Derrick Rose and his two buddies ran a train on a chick. She took him to civil court. Kobe Bryant taken to civil court. They're always going to civil court or the court of public opinion on social media. The reason for that is because the burden of proof, Nick, the bar is lowered. And so now you see the problem. And like I said, Dick, I'm a fan of yours from what I've seen. You seem to be a good guy. I actually worry. But Dick, I actually worry about you for this reason.
Yeah.
If a tryst with this Jamie character has caused this rift, what would happen if your current girlfriend, let's just say for sake of argument, you guys broke up tomorrow, right?
Oh, you better watch out talking about my girlfriend, Drexel.
Who's to say she wouldn't Me Too you, though? You see what I'm saying? You as a man have no protection.
Honestly, I'll give you an honest answer. I'm too good looking to be Me Too'd.
I don't believe so, man.
I'm 6 feet tall. I look I look wide enough. I'm muscular. I got a lot of fucking money. Like, I'm too good looking to be Me Too'd. That's the difference between me and Harvey Weinstein. I just look better than him.
Oh no, I understand. So Dick, here's my counterpoint to that. Look at the amount of athletes, right? Your Chads who have gotten Me Too'd, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Kane, Kobe Bryant, the Duke lacrosse team. Duke lacrosse team, Nick, those are some strapping, handsome, ripped dudes.
Keep talking about them.
Oh, here you go. You're talking Division One.
That's like a hatred of white people.
Yeah, right.
That's like a whole institutional thing. You know.
So Dick, look at the Duke lacrosse team, right, with the lioness Crystal Mangum, who's currently in prison for second-degree murder.
Right.
The Duke lacrosse team, you're talking about young white men, athletic, at a major Division I school, Duke. They got Me Too'd. The Minnesota Gophers team, Nick, black guys, Me Too'd. Anyone can get Me Too'd. Rex, Dick Masterson, Nick Rekieta. Nick, even though you are married, who's to say you can't walk out of your house and some chick randomly, Nick Rekieta did this to me?
I'll shoot her.
You should.
Nick fucked me. I'll say that. Nick fucked me at the what was that place?
That's a harsh way to describe it. It was tender and gentle.
Oh, who's that? Wayne Grave. Yeah, he's right. Mike Tyson got Me Too.
Nothing hard.
Look, Dick. I'm telling you, I have told women this. Women have come to me with their frustrations, and they talk to me like, Drexel, guys act like this. I said, you got to understand. So to show you how far apart men and women are, Dick, I'm sure you've heard women say that Me Too is a watershed moment. It's the beginning of a discussion that men and women can have, blah, blah, gender equality. Women believe Me Too is the beginning. It is only men who know. Me Too is the last straw, right? After no-fault divorce, after divorce raping men for the past fucking 50 years through the corrupt family court, after all these laws against men, Dick, they have regret rape. You go on campus, Title IX, you can get with a chick, right? You and a chick are drinking. What's the guy, the Stanford kid?
What was that kid? The Stanford swimmer.
Brock Turner.
Brock Turner, yeah.
Dick, any guy, right? Any guy can go to college right now. And you can, like I said, you have a couple of drinks. Maybe it's a frat party. Maybe it's not, right? Just you have a girl in your dorm, your suite, your off-campus apartment. You guys do whatever. She can come back later at any point. And go to your point, especially if you acquire resources later. That's why the left is pushing for the, Nick, they want to extend the statute of limitations to say, no, a sex crime, because we know these bitches are lying. They want to say that there won't be a statute of limitations. So then any chick at any point, so to go to Dick's point, once a man becomes successful, he becomes a target. Because any woman that he's just brushed shoulders with can now Me Too him. If he's got sponsorships, he loses them. If he's got a well-paying job, he loses it. Any resources gets extracted. And Dick, have you noticed none of these Me Too cases there was any concrete evidence? Like I said, Patrick Kane, Bill Cosby. Can you prove that these women were raped? Yes or no? The answer is always no.
Well, there's also no like poor motherfuckers.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Every time you hear me, Nick, you know this. They aren't Me Tooing hobos on the street. You know, a random homeless guy. They don't care. The state loses money by housing them in prison, right? You're talking $44,000 a year. But if I Me Too, if I'm a woman, I Me Too Dick Masterson, I can get something out of him.
Look, there's hormones to help out with that. Nixx says, questions for Mr. Masterson. What's the max I should spend on a woman on a date?
Well, less than what you think. Like stop before. If you think that you're spending money to keep her there, stop. That was it. Like you can say $40, 2 drinks. 2 drinks seems about fair, but really it's up to you.
It's relative, right? Because if you're a billionaire, like you might send a limo, pick her up, bring her to a restaurant, because $1,000 night doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but it almost means even more, because it's like, how much are we spending here? Like, okay, that's 2 drinks. Like it's the amount of excuse that they're willing to give themselves and what they're giving to you. It's the time that you're giving. Never forget that what you're giving to them is not the money. It's the time. The money is an abstraction of the time, but what you're doing is spending there, you're giving them attention, and that's what you can't get back, is the time that you spent with them. I don't know, $40. $40 probably still good, right?
Drexel, what's your max amount to spend on a woman on a date?
You already know what I'm going to say, don't you? Ask me when's the last time I went on a date.
When's the last time you went on a date?
I don't fucking know.
You virgin.
I don't fucking know. Dick, I have different ways to do this. And I've always said, no one can get a man more women than women. I mean, other than obviously, status and money, right?
That's how Jamie got out here. Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Someone said $40 is not atavistic enough.
I mean, look, I'll spend hundreds if I can get what I want. It's just like,
I loved the atavistic section of the text because then she's like, you're like, look it up in the dictionary. First of all, that was funny. And then she's like, that doesn't make sense. And you're like, the second definition killed me. Slayed immediately. Yeah. I was like, that is so funny.
Thank you.
I was dying. I thought that was great. IT Weeb says, so everyone that hates Ralph is going after Dick now by raiding chat. What manner of autism are these people? Imagine thinking Jesse actually won that exchange. I don't think they think he won. I think they think he was cheated out of victory. Source Funny says, I'm glad you have your chat on stream so we have a permanent unaltered record of free speech advocate censorship. 82,000 subs, but someone with 200 viewers completely overwhelms your entire audience. Your audience is fake. You're right. It's completely Russian bots. At least half of the super chat money I make goes directly into hiring Russian bots. Again, guys, it's simple. Just don't spam the same thing over and over. And when your overlord and savior PPP was on here, you'll notice that people had figured out how to not get timed out, and the chat stopped having timeouts. It was really, really easy. But I know most of you guys who are spamming do not watch the show, and that's fine. Welcome. But it's you get used to it pretty quick. Kate Nollingwood. I missed Dick. I'm like 50 plus episodes behind, but I'll get there. Christian Sommer says, hey, Nick, first super chat ever. Hey, thank you. Been watching you for almost a year now. I always look forward to your show whenever I'm feeling down, sad, and depressed. You always make me smile and laugh. Thank you, Nick. You're awesome. Justin Tilford Gaines says, hey, guys, been listening to the channel for a while now. Just have a question. When you guys were growing up in the early to late 90s, what was the music you guys were into, and what was the dating scene? I have no idea. I was the biggest dating chump ever. Like, I didn't date anybody
there weren't really many women worth. Nick, I barely dated.
Yeah.
I mean, the scene
I
was
dated
different.
Super Smash Brothers on N64.
Those were good times.
In the 90s?
What was that?
In the 90s, you dated Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, that was mid 90s.
Late 90s, 99.
99.
Yep.
We would have been. We were. Well, I was a junior.
You were
in
a
high school.
junior. I was a sophomore. Yep.
Yeah.
Those were good times.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What was your? What was the music you listened to in the early to late 90s, Dick?
Oh God, early to late 90s. So the entire 90s. I remember a lot of Jewel. Is that what I have? Where have all the cowboys gone? I remember that one.
Drexel doesn't like the song Hands because he likes big girl hands.
I could never be your woman. I remember that one.
I listened to Offspring.
Yeah, Offspring.
Offspring and Stone Temple Pilots.
Yeah, I remember you were an STP guy.
Oh.
Do you know what's crazy about that time though? So Dick, do you remember one thing about the 90s that I do miss? Is that was kind of like the era where every kid was kind of watching MTV. You know, that was kind of like the MTV's emergence, right?
Yeah, man.
Do you remember one thing that was very particular just for that time, Nick? It was like a beautiful decade, which is because of MTV and the advent of the music video, like the modern music video.
Yeah.
Everybody watched every other kind of music. Do you remember that?
Yeah, because you had to.
You had to, right? Like I didn't.
Like you couldn't jerk off to the Christina Aguilera video without sitting through the NSYNC video.
Well, like everything was on though. You use like okay, think about the 90s, right? Okay, Dr. Dre's, Nothing But a G-Thing video comes on. All of a sudden, do you remember it could shift gears and it'd be like the Headbangers Ball.
Right.
All of a sudden, Nirvana's on.
Yeah.
Soundgarden's on. Metallica's on. Like there's these Pantera. Pantera isn't something that I would have normally listened to. Or Tools, like there was the Lateralis album, stuff like that. Like I was seeing stuff, 9 Inch Nails. Do you remember that Closer video when it came out? Loved that video.
Good video. Good
Because
song.
the visual allows you to appreciate the music, right? If someone just threw on music, I don't know if you'd be so apt to listen to it, but with the images attached to you, you're kind of like, oh yeah, this is cool.
Have you ever texted the lyrics of Closer to a woman, Dick?
I've texted a lot of lyrics before. I don't know about Closer.
I want to fuck you like an animal. I want to feel you from the inside. That one?
Probably. That sounds like something I would say.
Yeah, that is after I saw. Yeah, Tool. Yeah, I said Tool. Lateralis was the Tool album. I remember that because
it's a good album.
It was, like I said, that wasn't like my music, but like you just think about that era though in the 90s. Like everybody, because did you notice though, Dick? Everyone was aware of other artists. Where now, if someone says, "Hey, do you know who this guy is?" or "This girl," someone's like, "I have no clue who that is." In the 90s, Nick, no one ever said something that you didn't know. Like if you said Wu-Tang Clan, everyone knew who you're talking about. If you said Guns N' Roses, everyone knew who Guns N' Roses was. It didn't matter what your preferred genre was. You were at least aware of other genres of music. And I miss that. Everyone's just all this like, I think the cultural Marxism has reached like a new peak with everyone being like, no, Dick, it's only this one thing. In movies, Dick, do you remember the 90s? People were open to just open to different voices more so than now. Now, look at Naughty Dog. If you don't like what we have to say, but it's people weren't preaching hate back then. It wasn't I hate white people or no one preached that. It was just like, hey man, here's if you like NWA, then you like it. If you don't, you don't. If you like Stone Temple Pilots, that was the first album I ever got at Fleet Farm. If you like, you remember that, Dick? People put out music. If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. They didn't shame fans for not. If you don't like it, then don't buy it. No one said that, Nick. No one said that in the 90s.
You couldn't respond. Like they would put out.
Sure, there was no social media.
Like STP, Vaseline, whatever. This was the album, and you get 10 albums for $1.99 with the Columbia Record House Music Company.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Good
and
time.
That was it. And
that was it. I'm telling you, if you grew up in the Nick, if you were in the 90s, that was kind of the last era where because once the internet really hit and got big, especially social media, and I've been saying this, Dick. I'm sure you feel something similar, which is social media ruined dating in like interaction because now women had access to a million simps, right, with the dating apps and all that. The music also shows something similar because. Dick, do you remember back then, like you just said, when you put out an album, that was it, right? You like that artist had to tour that album, so it had to be good. Now people put out a song on YouTube, see how many hits they can get, whatever, right? But you remember in the 90s, you know that was before even people could burn discs on their computer. You put out an album in 95, that was it, right? You got a tape or CD.
Yeah.
That was it, Nick. Boom, the album is out.
I had them Magnavox tapes, stacks of them.
Yep.
You could record several albums on them, and they all sounded like garbage.
Yeah, it was a different time, man.
Not Sadox says, doing God's work here, guys. Much love, George. Thank you, George.
Thank you.
Cody Bayer says, love you, Dick, but I don't know which is worse, that you actually used the I love your mind line or the fact that it worked.
Do you not tell women that you love their mind every day? Jesus Christ. You're leaving pussy on the table, man. No fault of mine.
Walk says, don't skip the PP chats. Oh, I think I cut out there. Squawk says, don't skip the PPP chats. Every super chat gets read on this stream. Squawk, you're apparently a moderator, although I don't recall making you one. I mean, I assume you are. I don't know how, but yeah, I read them all every stream. Cameron Clark says, how's the day drinking going, bro? You look like a potato, lol. Come on my podcast for an interview. If you say no, you are scared and a baby. PSPPP1. Is he talking to me or you?
I think you.
Me?
Yeah.
Damn. Potato? I thought I was going for like zucchini. But Cameron, if you want me on your show, just email me. Maybe he's talking to you. I don't know. Damn it. YouTube did this thing where it screwed up my spell. Where are we? Oh my God.
Drexel, let me ask this question. Drexel, can I interest you in inflating your balls with saline? Like a lead.
No. That sounds horrible, by the way.
No, it's great. It's great. You got to do it.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, like, my balls are so precious to me.
Drexel,
they're so precious.
They love it. They love it. They love fucking big old ball. They love you having like a big old fucking sack hanging between your thighs, and it's no cost. About
Have you
20
inflated them a second time?
Maybe. That doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, can I interest you in a little bit of ball inflating with saline? Drexel.
So, but I'm assuming it just because it's saline, it's just gonna come out as urine eventually, right? Your body just
actually you absorb it into your blood to combat hangovers. So it's healthy.
You've got a hangover reservoir right there hanging between your legs.
Yes.
Oh my God. Robert Hubert says, who's a bigger simp, Ron Toye or Neil Druckmann?
Neil. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob the Troll King says, Rackets, you should buy your mods a bottle of Jack Daniels. Not because you appreciate them, because I know you hate Jack Daniels, but I'll take a free handle. Also, what's up, Drek? And what's up, Drex? And what's up, Dickie Masterson?
What's up?
Bald Eagle 1787 says, Nick, you had no legitimacy to lose because you had none. Squawk 17-0 Squawk. Drex and Dick, are you both in agreement that it's not simping if there's a transaction between the man and a woman? Little confused where the line is.
There's always transaction. What makes you a simp is when there's nothing to reciprocate. This is where people, I think, get confused, Nick. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so let me explain.
So if I give $100 to a girl on OnlyFans, she doesn't even react to it.
Mm-hmm. That's simping.
That's simping.
Whereas if you went to a prostitute and said, if you're in Thailand and you converted that $100 into baht, that's going to get you roughly 4 to 5 whores, right? That's not simping because there was an exchange. You paid for the golden V. She gave you. That's an exchange.
Sure.
Giving a woman money on OnlyFans and all she does is or what's it, Invader V? That's simping. There's no exchange there. You're just giving someone money.
You don't have $5.
Oh God, that was embarrassing, man.
What was
Game
that?
Idea Guy says, I finished Streets of Rage 4 on Mania solo. How in the hell did Drex get clapped by Stage 4 Estel when there were 2 of you? She's one of the easiest bosses on any difficulty. Stage 7 I get because of commissioners. Look, because he's bad. I keep telling you guys, you just don't believe me.
Oh my God. Nick, pick Shiva.
Perception check says, well, Jesse is confident about not having any embarrassing stuff leak from his exes because they don't exist. Yeah. Name says, don't worry, Dax. Those headphones are hiding that bald spot a treat. Can't wait for Marie to spill the beans. That BPD chick's gonna turn on you, bud. Maybe I'll drop the cash for the goss. Weird how you're running from this hot goss.
Wait, which chick's gonna turn on me now?
BPD chick?
My bald spot. I don't know. Help me out. How can I show off that I don't have a bald spot?
I think you have to staple your hair to your forehead.
I'm like Trump. I'm literally like Trump, combing my hair over, trying to pull it over. And I'm fucking 40, and and I accept that I will be balding in an accelerated fashion, trying to prove that I'm literally not. Like, you win, you guys. You win. You got me.
You're bald as shit.
Bald as shit. Have fun with your fucking fiat currency.
What's the BPD chick?
I think that's every woman.
Yeah, bipolar. Yeah.
Oh.
You're saying BBD is bipolar disorder.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Disorder.
Drax says, been a while since I could attend a stream live due to my getting my first steady paying job in almost a decade. Also great to see Drex and Dick in the same stream. Now you just need Razor Fist to make things truly awesome.
Oh, that'd be great.
Bro, have you ever talked to him?
No, he was gonna call in, but all the electricity and internet cut out that day.
Oh, you got to get him on. He's great.
Yeah, he is.
Pro751 says, ask guest, does it hurt when your knee grows inside you?
Your knee?
It's
Negro
knee grows.
Oh.
inside you.
Source Funny says, Drexel, did they even show you his texts? I want your take on them as the resident simp expert. Otherwise, having you on is just false advertising. Also, lol at Baldy telling Maddox to stop talking about him. Pot meat kettle. Why do you tell? I didn't show Drex the text because we were doing stuff all day.
You gave me the
I have
gist
them.
of it.
I have them right here.
Oh, is it pulled up now?
I mean, I have them. I literally meant to. They're not in the best form.
You know what? Are there any girls in the audience? Because I think I think your hottest girl could read the text with Drexel. It's gay for me, you, and Drexel to read my erotic, pussy melting text. But if you have any girls out there who want to call,
there are girls in the audience. I don't know about bringing them on right now.
Well, okay, that's
but
just me.
I want to get to that second part of this. What was that? It was
oh, Nick, we just talked about that.
What?
Game Bob 64 said, have you guys seen, it was addressed to Dick and I, but have you seen the Olsen twins lately? They talk about hitting the fucking wall. We literally just talked about that, didn't we?
The Olsen twins?
Olsen twins.
I mean, we've talked about the wall. I didn't know we talked about the Olsen twins hitting the wall.
That was yesterday, remember? We went to the store. We went to Teal's, remember?
Okay.
And you said, hey, did you know Scarlet Witch is the Olsen twins' sister? I said, yeah, Elizabeth Olsen. I go, and then we said, they hit the wall.
Yeah, Mary
hard.
Kate and Ashley.
The drugs, they look horrible, man. They look worse than death.
Yeah, we didn't talk about them talking about it.
No. We just happened to talk briefly about the Olsen twins hitting the fucking wall hard.
Anyway, Dick, why do you tell Maddox to stop talking about it?
Well, he was embarrassing me.
That's why?
Yeah. I just, it finally hit a point where I had been making fun of him for so long, making so much money that I thought, like, look, I dished it out, but I can't take it. So stop talking about me. If you weren't going to talk about me, stop talking about me.
That's what I figured. I figured it had nothing to do with Maddox just going back to creating content that made him money.
Yeah, no, it's just my ego.
Oh, okay.
That's
Lissa says, cancel culture is awful. How does Dick reconcile calling on his listeners to have that Jesse guy's Patreon taken down over calling someone a name? That's not actually the story, by the way. But, well, maybe, I don't know. Dick might have a different story. Seems weak Would he do it again today if he had that option? Thanks, Nick, and hi, Drex.
Hey, buddy.
You talking about Jesse?
Did you call your fans to have Jesse's Patreon taken down over calling? I'm guessing they mean Denzel the N-word.
I think Jesse's Patreon got taken down because he created a fake Patreon as Mad Cucks, which is a crime.
Yes. And not only did he do that, he advertised it as Mad Cucks, and he got people to subscribe to it.
I remember that. I mean, the unfortunate thing is the only person who knows why Jesse's Patreon got taken down is Jesse and Patreon. And nobody else knows. But as far as I remember it, Jesse's Patreon got taken down because he created a fake Mad Cucks Patreon because his own was not making any money. And Mad Cucks, obviously, Tab was making shitloads of money. He created a fake Mad Cucks Patreon and told people to subscribe to it, which is a fucking felony. And then he tried to dox his own subscribers from not donating to him. He threatened them. He threatened doxing them if they would stop. So as far as I know, that's why he got kicked off. But I have no fucking idea.
Did you call on your listeners to report him to Patreon?
I don't think so. I think everyone should do what they want to do. Like this idea that you shouldn't contact sponsors is retarded. It's as retarded as just hit up sponsors all the time. Like they're sponsors. If you don't agree with it, hit them up. But the aggression lies in the actual host of the content, and I have no idea about that. So I don't know. I don't think this is a good enough answer, and I'm way too drunk to be answering this question. Actually, I think I'm way too drunk to be speaking at all.
That's why we're asking the hard questions now, not because that's just when they happen to come up in the stream.
Well, Jesse. So here's the thing. Jesse always promotes this idea that I deplatformed him over the N-word, which is presumptuous at best. Like Sargon got deplatformed because he's Sargon of Akkad. It wasn't over the N-word.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Jesse likes to pretend that he's that important. The reality is, as I remember it, Jesse created a fake Patreon for Mad Cucks. Got a strike. Jesse tried to dox Joel Chaco, I think it was, got a strike. Joel Chaco was going after somebody else, got a strike. If I remember at the time, I said, look, Jesse and his whoever tried to get my my fucking Pizza Hut commercial removed. And basically, if you fuck with someone's money in this way, do whatever you want. Go after them 100%. First of all, if you believe in it, if you don't think someone should be sponsoring something, go for it. Do whatever you want. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know. It's none of my business. But if you try to fuck with them, if you try to fuck with their livelihood, it's pretty much it's open season, man.
As someone who was a fan and active in the Dick Show Facebook group at the time, I can maybe provide a little bit different angle. I don't know that you ever told people to do anything about it. You never told me to do anything. I don't think you talked to me at all back then. No, that doesn't really matter.
Actually,
what?
I saw your chops and I said, I'm afraid of that guy.
What I remember doing, and I talked to Jesse about this on his stream, and I apologize, is I tweeted about it. I know some other people in the Facebook group tweeted about it. It really didn't have anything to do with Jesse. It had everything to do with Maddox. And it was about going after Maddox's sponsors. And I'm not going to pretend that I didn't do that. I've apologized for it because I thought that was a dick move. Because I don't think many of us actually cared what Jesse said. It was a way to go after Maddox. And it probably had something to do with going after the pizza commercial. I don't remember the timeline on that. But what I will say is that wasn't Jesse's Patreon over the N-word thing. That was going after Maddox's sponsors, specifically Harry's Razors. And that did not come down, at least as far as I'm aware, from some sort of order. That was just literally a bunch of people being pissed off at Maddox.
We're giving free ads to Harry's Razors. That's the reality of this. We're talking about Harry's Razors.
As far as the Patreon goes, I believe that was the Mad Cucks thing. So if Jesse remembers it differently, maybe he does. That's how I remember it. And, you guys can do what you want with that. Esme Illis Anime says, Derek Karens in chat, shut up, this isn't your show. It's Nick's show. Super chats do get read. $20 chats go first and the rest. You have no entitlement here. Adios, papis y mamis. Los veo. Ahaha. Thank you, Esme. Andrew Ben says, spending money to insult Nick and his guests. Angry chat heard itself in its confusion. IT Weeb says, shit's on your doorstep. You pick it up and throw it in the trash. I thought this was free speech. Nicholas DeOrio says, blood sports. I guess it kind of was. Admiral Spore says, PPP is winning so hard, I feel like his cut of the prize money should go to you. Hey, thank you. Natalie Braithwaite says, hey, fat ass, let other people speak. That was to Drexel. Orochi Taco says, how is it possible? How is this worse than Perfection and Shane fused into one? Wait, what if this is a Shane mini-me? A mutated shoe that had relations with and it spawned this. Gross.
Oh, wow.
Perception check says, PPP, lose some weight, fix your speech impediment and your tism, and a woman might look at you. Damn.
Ouch.
That's coming from a woman.
Oh, really?
Perception check is that's a female.
Oh, damn.
As far as I know, I've met her.
Okay.
And she's very nice. I like her. Good person.
Good deal.
Kulfi 2A wannabe Honan Muhammad says, I love PPP's autism. He thinks this is his show. Lol. It is. It's his show tonight. He wins. Blaze Storm says, what a joke. Dude needs to actually chill out and stop being so stupid. Nick, you can't argue with stupid, which PPP is. That was kind of your point.
What's that?
Can't argue with stupid.
No, you guys were the problem.
I know.
Okay, every time that you and Dick would engage him and stuff, it's just fuel to the fire. I will not engage people. Rabbit.
What if you want to fire them?
Yes, but I don't know. It doesn't solve anything. Here's the thing. Let me ask you this.
Nothing was getting solved.
And therein lies my point. Yeah. He was on the line for over an hour.
Over.
So what got accomplished? Nothing.
That's why I didn't want to bring him on.
And there's my point. Here's the thing. How long would he have been on if you, Dick, and myself did what I did and just really sat there?
Oh, he would have stayed on for an hour. Easily.
But remember though, no one's giving him feedback. He'd just be talking to himself.
Trust me. That guy would have stayed and talked to himself. We'll ask Dick's opinion. What does he think?
Wait, does he have a man bun?
Yeah. Put his hair in the man.
He looks like Neil Druckmann.
First, man bun shame. Hashtag man bun shame. Second, Drex posed an interesting question while you were gone. If you and I had sat there and said nothing, how long do you think PPP would have stayed on the show?
Forever.
Oh, really? He's that type of dude?
It's the internet, man. In real life, right? Yep. Someone sits there and talks and yaks, and you just sit there and you keep your cool and you don't do anything.
Yep.
They will walk away.
Yep.
This is the internet. He had 3,700 people watching.
I mean, that was fucked, man. He sounded like a fucking idiot.
He was going. He would have. I promise you, he would have sat and done the exact same thing nonstop.
Wow.
Forever. And then he would have said, "You won't even answer me. You won't even answer me. You won't even answer me."
Oh yeah. So someone just who's that? K-Sin XX said, "Rex Internet Spurgs are a different breed." Like I said, because I wasn't in the internet world, I was always in the real world. Like I didn't know any of these kinds of people existed. Right. In the world I come from, everyone just is face to face.
You don't know homeless people? What are you talking about?
It's something you have to get used to. Like some people will say, just ignore the person and they'll stop.
No.
I tell you, there are people who I have muted them. I don't respond to them on Twitter. Every single tweet, no matter what it's about, they come in and have to say for a year. Drexel, every tweet.
I have specific rules, like just in my own life, like just like, okay, when I finally do the channel, blah blah blah. Yeah, I know.
We'll learn.
I will. One of the things that I've always said, Nick, I would never push for anyone to get to the platform. I would never dox someone like that. And
yeah, me either.
I don't understand like why you would want someone to get like. There's supposed to be certain rules that that you just follow as a man.
The unfortunate thing is the second you get a channel, you are going to encounter a lot of men who are very intent on having you deplatformed, and there will be nothing you can do.
And they'll all be screaming about you're a Mexican or you're whatever the fuck that idiot was.
Yeah, the like racial stuff. Like, So Dick, here's what I say. Anytime someone's coming at you with like racial stuff or whatever, it's like you don't have to say anything. And this is something I learned years ago, which is if you just sit there and let them just be more and more rabid with their bigotry, Dick, they just expose themselves. Now,
look, we didn't want that guy to expose himself. That would have killed several people.
I mean, the worst part is I'm a racist and he's embarrassing me as a racist.
That dude was he was something else.
Gay and Still at Large says, official man Mythbusters. I need your thoughts on a theory I saw on Twitter the other day. Is the best way to redeem yourself if a man F's your woman to F him in the ass and make him your side hoe? The dude bangs your chick. Do you then go bang him?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Go.
Sounds good.
Maybe
someone said he did expose himself.
Yeah.
On Stream Me.
No.
The PPP guy, yeah. Multiple people are saying he did expose himself.
On Stream Me, he exposed himself? That's awful.
That guy was fucked. Right? That was a very fucked interview.
I wouldn't call that an interview. That was not an interview.
Well, Nick interviewed him pretty
right. He kept thinking I was you. That was the worst part. I had some good jokes and he kept attributing them to you, and that was rude.
I love that you're a comedian now, Nick. And you are. You're like a fucking I mean, you're more successful than anybody at UCB.
Oh, he showed his butthole on Stream Me and got banned.
Great. Oh, thank God. Getting banned from Stream Me is a high accomplishment. RZEQDW says, this one is just to spite whoever this dump ass is. You should bring morons every day so we can mock them and feel better about ourselves. Also, I should have said this 2 years ago, but my username is pronounced square. That is not how you... Whatever. Bryce Byerly says, at this point, Kurt Eichenwald is telling this kid to stop embarrassing himself in public. Nova Zero says, this is like watching JLP run a train all over Destiny. It's stupid, but you can't help but watch. Sorry, Nick, I think you lost this one. You will never be this exceptional. I'm going to try, though. Gothic Nerd Chick says, we've hit peak puzzle piece levels. Dying. Keck7 Go says, PPP wins. Keck, how dare you? Betrays me. VZ says,
Keck7, you motherfucker.
VZ says, your mods aren't banning anti-PPP spammers. They're only banning pro-PPP spammers. You're covering up right now, Nick. We can see it on the stream. Do you think... I know you don't run a show with a whole bunch of viewers. Do you think I have any ability to control what was going on in real time as far as banning people when the chat's moving that fast? Like, look, watch really carefully on your scrolling chat. See how I'm moving it right now and you see it? If I was going through and trying to follow up and ban people, you would see the scrolling up and down because you have my chat window on your screen. I can sometimes follow stuff when people tag me in chat and I have a minute to read it. I can no way sit and keep track of who is spamming and moderate it live. You are insane if you think that's possible. Whew. Andrew Bin says, Drex uncomfortably eating snacks is my spirit animal during this nightmare.
What? Next, you motherfucker.
Right?
He has these famous Amos cookies, right?
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Yeah. With pecans, though. With pecans.
Tucked out of your own snacks. Felipe Mouve says, hey, Nick, these guys think grown-up people care about internet drama. Second, how in the hell people will bring you down by spamming chat? I don't know. Felipe Mouve says, Nick, don't let that guy in the stream. A nobody talking about nothing. I don't know anything about this, but I don't care about PPP. Well, I know something about the internet thing, and I think it worked out. Books Games Pottery says, wow, does this guy think he is funny or entertaining? Drexel, think this guy has a girlfriend?
Do I believe he has a girlfriend? Absolutely not.
But he said he did. He said she was 125 pounds, and she had bigger breasts than Jamie Lynn Hughes. Now, I showed you a picture of Jamie Lynn Hughes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that's true? That
nope.
Is 125?
Nope.
You don't
doesn't
think
exist.
His...
She doesn't exist.
Come on.
She doesn't exist.
What about her breasts, though?
She doesn't have breasts. Because she doesn't exist.
Jamie had some big old fake titties, guys.
Also, Dick.
Not had. She still has them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, real quick. She says, because I would doubt it. He's incredibly cringy. Thank you, Book.
So, Nick, you saw me earlier, like over in the side and everything. That was me stretching. Dick, we played I introduced Nick to a game that I shouldn't have.
That was me stretching dick? That's
Oh, God, yeah, that came out bad.
Look, that was me stretching dick.
Oh, shit. So,
Dick.
Dick, I introduced Nick to this game, Ring Fit Adventure.
Okay.
My body feels terrible.
It's on the Nintendo Switch.
It's on the Switch, Dick. It's literally it's like punishment. Yeah. Google. Like, I think if you just go on YouTube and look up like
My body feels terrible. That's the game.
Terrible.
It's one of the Nintendo fitness games, and it comes with a tension ring. And you have
Dick,
to,
it's so bad.
Ooh, fuck you.
Yeah, it's so bad. Poor Lady Rackets.
Yeah.
She's struggling.
Bad Dragonite says PPP seems like a moral fig filled with impotent rage. Like you have to submit personal info for financial services. Who would have thunk it? Also, how you doing tonight, Max?
I'm doing good, except for the Ring Fit fucking pain. I'm in bad shape, man, for real. Yeah,
that was nasty. Fluffy Tet says PPP, bruh. You have a BMI higher than your IQ. Edemos 1000 says, I never thought there would be a day where someone could outspurg Cody. New levels of spurgery have been achieved. Best rage since Shane. Keep it up.
Yeah.
You looked actually pissed off at one point. Like,
Me?
Yeah, you had the full-on rage going for like a solid minute, but I couldn't even hear it because of him just talking.
Yeah, man, because they, like, I understand the whole, like, I understand everything. He just gets to do whatever he wants. And society goes on and paves the way for this fat, retarded idiot to say whatever he wants. I don't know. I just kind of snap sometimes, and that's the job. That's the best chart. That's the best part of the job, is just snapping sometimes and unloading on some fat, retarded, unibrowed idiot.
I can't wait for the next month when I get to hear about how I didn't let him say his piece.
Yeah,
that's coming.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure.
The next accusation. It's like where I'm trying desperately to get him to make the point so I can talk about it. Because I'm curious. All these people are so mad at you. I want to know why. Like, I really do. But I don't. IRTP says, this moron can't tell the difference between Nick and Masterson. Silverwolf0080 says, Jesus, mother-loving Christ. Nick, for the love of everything good and holy, please, for the love of God, never have PPP on again. And Drexel, man, I can see it in your face, and I just want to say I feel your pain.
It was so bad. All of it was bad.
That's the dumb thing. He could have had his own stream with me.
Yep.
He could have done that, but he couldn't contain himself, I guess.
And that's like, self-control matters to me. You know, I care a lot about having self-control, and that includes when you call in. Like, if I were in your seat, I would never have engaged that guy like that. I would have been like, I'd just be like, all right, Dick.
That's why I'm in the captain's chair.
Well, do you know what I would have done? Honestly, I would have muted Dick, and then said, "Hold on, tell us what your issues are." I would mute Dick, so then that way he can't speak. And then if you're the host, you just go like this. Tell us what your issue is. So now he can't interject.
I agree with you.
Yep.
There's a problem. Google Hangouts doesn't let you do.
Oh, really?
Because I could have muted him when Dick was making points too.
Okay. Oh,
or
really?
when I was trying to talk. Google Hangouts used to let you do that. It doesn't anymore.
Why would it take that away?
I don't know.
Wow.
So you're basically running cover for me. Is that what you're saying, Nick?
Yeah, it's because I'm running cover. That's why. No, because I would have muted each of them and let them once it got off the rails, right? But I couldn't do it. Just like I couldn't kick him off the show. So
unreal. I didn't know that.
It's annoying. There's probably a way for me to do it using a different thing than Hangouts, but I'm comfortable with it. It's
even that hurt just now.
Look, I'm staying together with Hangouts for the kids.
Of course you are.
Reaver Barash says, I would rather listen to Shane Holmberg, Lemoyne Rontoy, and Russell Greer have an orgy with each other than listen to this corpulent write-off of a motor mouth say another pointless word. Damn. Mephi XI says, PPP is a soy-filled cuck, and that's a lot of soy to fill that much space. I have a question, though. Think the Black Library bundle on Humble is worth getting? Yeah, if you don't have the books and you're into Warhammer, get it. It's so cheap and you get so much digital content. The Pie Baker says, what poo just said is the most insanely idiotic response that I've ever heard in the history of mankind. At no point has he had a rational thought. Everyone watching this stream is now dumber for having listened to it. I award no points. May dog have me.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, man.
Omega Hybrid says, Drex is the real MVP.
Oh, thanks.
Luminaire says, my God, shut up. PPP, you're so obviously jealous, it's not even funny. I don't know if he's jealous. I don't know if that's a fair assessment. Because he clearly doesn't care about money. He said so.
Well, everyone cares about money, but I know what he's saying.
No, he said money's not important.
It is.
Yeah, but
no matter who you are. Yeah, money is always important no matter who you are.
Yeah.
I don't know why you guys are such haters. I take the man at his word, and you guys just call him a liar. That's rude.
Because he's fatter than hell.
Datlin says, I felt bad because this is definitely demonetized from all the gamer words. To have some money since this man made me jump from his verbal intelligence to his IQ, and I lived. Huge Muffin 7 says, I never thought it was possible for someone to have an IQ lower than Shane. Hashtag Dick wins.
I'm so glad you came on, PPP.
Jospy says, I'm sorry this big Autie is representing Canadians in any way. He is so greasy that he is giving my ears zits. Please, for the love of God, don't have him on again.
Wow.
He makes no real points about anything. The chat is brutal.
Yeah, they are, man.
Zion4101 says, first super chat, this guy's a total idiot, Nick. Hey, thank you. I've had a good laugh like Drex has been listening. To this dude. You and Dick are total champs for even bothering to deal with this guy for so long. Yeah, get wrecked, Drex.
Dude.
Champs.
I can't believe you guys entertain that guy like that. Like,
I can absolutely believe it. Rick Nikita says, boot him. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Perception check says, Jersh only likes PPP because Jersh is the king of feeders. Kick PPP. Is that? Oh, K Maxor says, here's $20 having to deal with that pile of tism ruining the stream. PPP is such a small man. This is why Toronto needs to be purged. Cheers from the real capital of Canada. Also, hi Drexel, you seem bored. Bump to $20 for PPP.
I was annoyed. Just like the fact that a guy is just sitting there screeching. And then Dick would egg him on. And I'm just like, Dick, don't say anything to this guy, man. Don't do it.
Dick, have you ever been accused of egging someone on?
I can still use saying, don't say anything. You're like, wow.
Never say, like, dudes like that, you just, here's the thing. If you would have allowed him, Nick, and you would have never said, oh, make your point. Now that I think about it, if you didn't exist and I didn't exist, and it was just he and Dick, they would have literally just gone back and forth. That guy would never stop.
Right.
For hours. It's just like, dude, you haven't said anything.
Endless. A feedback loop.
Anything.
Drex, remember though, I was explaining some of Dick's, my perception of Dick's philosophy. And there's one you disagreed with, and I thought that might be interesting to discuss. Dick, you said lie to women all the time. right?
Well, if you tell the truth, it should be an accident.
See,
I
and
strongly disagree. Strongly.
Why? What do you mean?
And this is the reason why. The guys that I have seen that lie to women usually wind up getting themselves in much more trouble. Not just because, some people can't keep track of what lies they tell what person, right?
Right.
But as you know, women lie about everything, right?
Yes.
Their appearance, their body count, what they ate, what they didn't eat, everything. Everything is a lie. So the easiest way to deal with women is go like this. So if a guy goes like this, and Nick, do you know where you've actually seen this? Is in India. If a woman says that you promised to marry them, there's some crazy cucked law where they have a right to just be like, take you and be like, yep, you're marrying me now. Now you have to bear that responsibility. You heard about that, Dick?
Typical woman.
Yeah. So Dick, here's my thing. If you come in whispering sweet nothings and pillow talk to women, and you don't mean it, or you're just lying to her, you're deceiving her, that can come back to bite you in the ass. Whereas if you just go like this is what it is. If you come here, this is exactly what it is. You're just here to get smashed. Now she's under no false pretenses. They're like, oh, I think Dick really likes me. No. I just came here to get my back blown out. That to me is easier. It has been easier for me to deal with women by just being like this. This is what it is, period. It's always been the easiest route. So when Nick told me that you said lying to him was like a good strategy, I'm thinking, really? Fuck that. You got to be honest with these thoughts. I mean, Dick, they're demonic out here now, man.
Well, yeah, but you're like a towering, beautiful, masculine man. I'm basically a golem. I'm only 6 feet tall.
yeah,
Look at me.
He's older than us. So he's like he's got 1 foot and knee in the grave, and that knee has an injury.
I'm an ugly asshole. I'm almost 40 years old. I only have a couple $1 million. Like I'm a disgusting man over here trying to play this off. I don't know. I agree with you, but I also want to say, just like, if it's not working for you, just lie all the time.
Now, Dick, here's where I do think that your logic makes sense. The context matters, right? Like, you remember those old Vegas commercials where every time a guy met a girl, he gave him a fake name, right?
Yeah.
Because the whole what happens in Vegas stays. That is a different scenario. Like, like I'll give you an example, Dick. When women ask, what do you do for a living? Blah, blah, you can't let these women know where you live, what you do for a living, or any of that, because as you know, what we talked about earlier with the whole Me Too shit, right? They will use any information you give them against you. So, like, when I say be honest, Nick, I'm talking about just like basic, this is who I am, this is what I'm looking for, this is what I expect from you, this is what you expect from me. Keep everything basic. So, what Dick is talking about, like, yes, certain things, Dick, you almost have to lie because, like I said, some of these things that women are saying, Nick, and they're approaching you with, like I said, Dick, I don't ever, like, I don't know, you may have a different opinion, obviously, before your girlfriend, but as I've said on this channel, no bringing girls to your place of residence. Smash. So when they ask where you live, you can give them like, also like, oh, I live in the South Burbs. You see what I'm saying? You can always say like, oh, I live in the hills. Like, you don't give them an exact like, oh, this is my, because as you know, Dick, you've heard horror stories of women coming to guys' houses unannounced, right? Key in guys' cars, slash. It happens. So Dick,
fucking you for 6 months,
right? Well, Dick, look what happened to my brother when he got SWAT called on him, right? Because she had information, Nick. She knew my brother owned guns. She knew he owned a sword.
It's because he had information leading to the arrest of Hillary Clinton. He's just the lucky one who lived.
Yeah, man, it's a dangerous game out there, man.
Just another person says, the rails are off. He's no longer funny. Let's get off this train. Dreyfon says, GG Nicky boy. Butthole Weeb says, Masterson, I'm coming for you, buddy. If you don't admit you eat the Brown Town, I'm gonna come to LA and get you, buddy. I swear to God, we all know you eat it, buddy. Now save yourself the pity and admit it.
I don't eat ass. I don't eat ass.
Why are you racist against eating ass?
Wow.
Alex Jones does.
No, he didn't. Oh, okay. I guess if Alex Jones eats ass, I'll be right there next to him eating ass.
How is he doing, by the way? I mean, was he kicked off literally everything, right?
He's faster than hell. That's how he's doing.
He's got his own show. He's got his own website. No one's kicked him off of that.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
Because they went after that dude harder than anybody.
Here's how Alex Jones is doing. The other day, I swiped on my phone to get the Google news or whatever, and it literally just out of the blue had the remixed YouTube song "Alex Jones Eats Ass." That's how much Google hates him.
Oh my goodness.
Bryce Byerly, thank you, buddy. Says you earned this. Irby says the entirety of this autism from such a triggered whale makes me think of this quote. Never argue with stupid people. They will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Mark Twain. Nova Zero says, yeah, you deserve this. That was top tism. Thank you.
It was. Right?
Top shelf. I mean, can you imagine?
PvP was retarded, man. That was fun.
Turbo Garbage says, good Lord, what did I tune into? That guy was the most insufferable pile of wrong I've ever listened to. When he bangs on for that long, you would think he might say one right thing, but it never came. Story of his life. Dave says, get this PPP guy on again at least once a week. It was hilarious. Best show you've done in ages. Also, can you ask how long it will be before Dick runs out of material that he found on Tucker Max's site? How long will that be?
Tucker Max. Immediately. Tucker Max.
Have you met him?
Yeah, he when I met him, he was hitting on the girl I was dating at the time, and he turned to me and he goes, are you fucking her? All right, then that's it then. He fucked up big time with his movie.
I didn't watch it. Was it just bad?
It was bad. It was bad, man. And he threw huge fits about the movie. It was bad, but I think he's fine with where he is now. I don't know.
I'm guessing he's.
Yeah.
Taki Onsai says the only person who won tonight was Drexel because he was quiet. Dick lost a bit of luster with the consistent interruptions, but PPP lost it the most because he would not know the difference between Nick and Dick's voice. Butthole Weeb says, get me on, Nick. Mr. Masterson is gonna admit what he eats, which is the rear. Just link me the Hangouts. It'll only be 5 minutes. Let me debate him. I'm coming for him. What did you do to Landon?
I don't know. He's been texting me for a year, something like that. I don't
Why'd
know.
you have him on the show? Find out if you eat booty. Live.
Yeah, call him up.
Kirk Nollingwood says, breaking one off for the scumbag calling old Rackets a slimeball lawyer. Get bent, sir. Well, all lawyers are slimeballs. I'm not immune. IRTV says, before I started watching Dick, I was on a 4-year dry spell. Since I started watching Dick, I knocked a girl up, got married, got divorced, got full custody of my son, and am receiving child support from my ex-wife, all thanks to Dick.
Damn, he's winning, man. I love hearing those stories.
Nice, man. Where's my cut?
You probably get it on Patreon.
Well, prove
to be
it.
fair.
Sounds good.
Morty J says, Drex, I respect your opinion on being a virgin in this world, but a homophobic, racial-slinging, hat-tipping Milady Spurg like PPP deserves to die cold alone and God shutting the door on him when he walks up to the pearly gate. A bit strong.
That's a bit strong, man, yeah.
User 08145. I'm sorry, Nick, but the only one here is Drex. He had the good sense not to engage with the God Emperor of Ass Pie. You forget that when you argue with idiots, they drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. Chad King says, you actually put PPP on. You deserve 20. Thank you.
I don't know. I have a lot of experience. If you're talking about being an asshole, I have a lot of experience.
I think it's being an idiot.
Oh, yeah. I have a lot of experience with that, too.
E1337 Neo says, Chris Chan used to be the self-professed virgin with rage. After that fiasco earlier, PPP definitely deserves that title. By the way, great to see Drex and Dick together on a stream finally. When can we get Drex and Ty Beard on a stream? I don't know.
I've seen a couple of your streams with Ty.
Yeah, he's good stuff.
Yeah.
Malik Foxon says, I got a feeling this guy has no idea who's talking to him at any given moment. He's too busy popping off the mouth that he's making himself look like an effing idiot, popping off at the wrong person constantly. Ears are closed and he's going. And Felipe Move It says, Nick, why do you have this guy still here? Please say goodbye to him. He is an effing crazy nobody. Please stop this madness. Ripe Cortex, first time contributing to your apparently dishonest living. Keep it up, Nick. Thanks. I will. Felipe Move says, Nikki told you don't let him in, but no, you decided you can do whatever you want. And look at what happened. I got a headache for that fatso. And that's all the 20 plus ones. There's so many more.
Damn. Good night for you.
It's a great night for me.
Yeah.
That's why I can't see. This is why I can't agree fully with your position.
Which one?
The one that I shouldn't have engaged in.
Oh yeah. Well, by keeping the drama going, more people.
Yeah,
would
the
maybe
entertainment.
I see.
The entertainment value outweighs getting to the meat of the argument in some sense, because he was never going to get to the meat of the argument. Like,
I know.
He had the opportunity to just lead with it.
Yep.
And he wouldn't do it.
I noticed.
Bitch.
The real problem is he doesn't have one.
Hmm?
He has some thoughts, and that's fine. But when you say, oh, Dick's doing this, well, show us where. Why?
Correct.
How? Because I didn't get the corporate email from New Project 2, and I'm pissed that I'm not on the mailing list. Oh, Ralph's better than me? I think I contribute more to New Project 2 than Ralph does, you prick.
Yeah, you definitely do. The real problem is every time I use my dick, the world shuts down. Every time I do. Oh God, that guy's using his dick more than normal. What are we gonna do about that? Well, everyone's gonna spurg out. Call us spurgs. We're gonna have a fucking party. Rev it up, live it up, everybody. We gotta shut this guy down. Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you for this stream.
Thank you.
Drexel, thank you as well, man.
It's a pleasure, Dick. It's a pleasure.
I'm gonna fall over and pass out and go to sleep. It was a good time.
Thanks for hanging out, buddy. I kind of wanted to just like talk about other stuff, but
PvP kind of ruined that.
I mean,
that was an hour, like literally, like an hour and what, 15 maybe.
Yeah, we'll have to do this sometime when he's not around.
I don't know. I think it was better that way. Thank you, guys.
Zoom really wants to ask you one question. Can you stay for one question?
God, for God's sake, please.
That's not.
Do you know what's hilarious?
What?
Someone it was Nate, just said something I was actually thinking earlier. Dick does look like Hank the Drunken Angry Dwarf from Howard Stern's show. A much better version, obviously.
I do.
Not much taller, though. Imagine.
I actually was thinking that earlier. That's why as soon as I saw that, I just kind of laughed. I was thinking that. And I'm like, oh my God, that's reminds me of.
It's got me.
Before the man bun.
Zoom, jump in. I message you the thing. Poor Dick wants to go. Get on here quick. Oh my goodness. While we're waiting for Zoom, I will start reading. Got oh no. That's a good problem, but YouTube's messed with my super chat. Nick Naylor says, I just saw Masterson do the one-eyed drunk test. Romeo Garbo says, hey, what's up?
Whoa.
What's up, Zoom?
Yo, what's up, man?
Man, that was a very enjoyable stream that we had. I see that PPP spent a lot of his time showing us that just like his dick, he can't find a point either. I do have some serious questions for Dick. I mean, I've been hearing about him for like the past 2 or 3 weeks. I get a bunch of messages on Discord and Twitter about this simp shit. And I'm sure it's getting a little tiring at this point. I saw that stream with that Jesse guy.
Actually, go ahead.
I saw the stream with the Jesse guy, and he did the same thing PPP did, where they get a little excited and they make it all about them, and then they kind of lose, where they were really going for to begin with.
Setup. It sounds like a setup.
Yeah. So I saw the DMs. I mean, as gay as they are, it's obviously you were just saying anything to get pussy.
No,
Guys
that's
do that all the
false, man.
time.
That's false. That's false. That's false.
I
That's
read the
not
DMs. You were telling her anything she wanted to hear, whispering her sweet
that's
nothings. I mean, it didn't seem very alpha to me, but I mean, I've also seen the Dr. Phil videos, and you started off exactly like you always are when you're on a stream. Oh, fuck women, when we're
Yeah.
objects. I'm a Chad, but then over the course of the show, the next few
I think
episodes, you started caring about the women.
fake though. Like you don't.
Is it really all fake? Because you kind of always perceive yourself as this like alpha Chad, pussy hound. Like I heard you saying that to him when he was on here, that he was a fat virgin, that you banged 2 women. You say that shit a lot, but I mean, people that act like that and live like that don't really talk to women like you are.
I don't know what you're actually asking.
Well, why do you act one way on stream, but then in private act a completely different way?
What are you talking about in stream?
Well, when you're streaming and you're on your show, you're this alpha Chad that bangs women, but then when you're alone, you're whispering them sweet nothings and telling them that they're atavistic and you want to be inside of them and that you love them and all this shit, and people make fun of you for it.
Or women don't make fun of you for saying that stuff. If you are with any kind of woman, talk to them very tenderly and excite them. Like God gave you an engine to warm up. It's like that gender exists for you to excite and tittle.
Well, you're not supposed to excite them. They're retarded animals that you have sex with. It doesn't really matter.
No,
it's just weird. It's just weird that you show yourself out as this, like, you were the homecoming queen. You were, King Big Dick in high school. You were this and that. But then when you're alone with women, you're a completely different person. You were the same way on Dr. Phil. You were this alpha Chad when you were in front of the audience, but then when you were in the house with the women, you wanted to hear how they felt. You wanted to listen to hear them out. You were sitting alone letting this woman cry about her boyfriend saying the kid fell down the stairs. I mean, who's the real dick? Is it the alpha Chad that cucked Maddox, or is it the nice caring guy?
There's no limit to how much you can care about anyone's problems. I don't know what you're
which one's the real you? Because you're one way when you're on your show and you're one way when you're on this show, but then it seems like you're a completely different person when you're around other women.
I got a question for you, Zoom.
Yeah, sure.
In reading those texts and listening to the show, you think that those two are inconsistent?
Yes, I think that Dick is completely inconsistent with the person that he presents himself as.
Man, I didn't get that impression at all.
I mean, he says that he's a caring person. I mean, if he's such a caring person, why does he send Ethan Ralph alcohol when he knows he's an alcoholic?
Well, that's what an alcoholic needs, is alcohol.
No, an alcoholic needs to stop drinking.
No.
And as a friend, you should be supportive and tell him to stop drinking. But instead,
I don't
give him alcohol.
I don't tell friends what they need to stop doing. I give them what they want.
Well, if they're honestly their friend, you wouldn't let them drink themselves into a stupor like what happened tonight.
Why?
Because it's pathetic. If you actually give a shit about the person, why would you let them drink themselves into a stupor unless you're trying to profit off of that?
How is he profiting off that by Ralph drinking on the kill stream?
Why give him alcohol when he's an alcoholic?
But it's like,
you don't add gasoline to a fire. You said that you shipped them alcohol. I've heard you say it before on streams.
I mean, first of all, I'll give alcohol to whoever wants it, but you definitely give alcohol to stop a fire.
But you don't give alcohol to an alcoholic. I mean, this guy is so drunk, he's falling out of his chair on stream now.
So
I mean, if you honestly are his friend, why would you do that?
Well, he wants to drink.
Well, shouldn't you, as a rational adult and somebody that is there, somebody that he would listen to, somebody that he trusts, wouldn't you want to take the stance to not give him alcohol and make him, a delusional alcoholic mess?
I'm not his dad. Why would I do that?
Why would you enable it?
What do you mean enable?
You're sending him shipments of alcohol. I mean, you trying.
I haven't sent Ralph any shipments of alcohol, but
you said you sent him alcohol. I've heard you say it before on stream.
No,
I heard you say it on the kill stream that you sent him alcohol.
I mean, I would, but I haven't. But why would that be bad?
Because you don't give an alcoholic alcohol, especially when
Why
they're
not?
as bad as he is right now.
Yeah, but
If anything, you're enabling him. So why would you be an enabler, Dick?
Of alcohol?
Have you ever
Yes.
like I don't mean to be weird, but have you ever listened to Dick's show? He's a consummate enabler.
I just think it's weird. I mean, he's like he's
Wait. You
big
want me
alpha
to
Chad, but
take
he's a caring
alcohol away
teddy
from
bear in
people?
private, and he cares about his friends, but he's literally supporting an alcoholic. I mean, I was listening to you. You say that you're not a flagger, and you guys talk shit about Monday and Matt. But not even 30 minutes ago, you said that on that Facebook group, you were telling people to flag down Maddox's supporters and flag down his sponsors. You said
No,
that.
he did not say that. That
He
was
did say
weird.
that.
Wait, so
No, you literally didn't listen. He said
I did. You said that you saw it on the Facebook group and you did not want to be part of it, and then you apologized to your chat. And then he said
What?
that if
No,
somebody
you've
comes after
got
his money, it's
you
fair
even
game.
got my story wrong.
No,
I
he
said that
literally
we
said that.
in the Facebook group did it. We didn't see it from Dick.
And
We
you
just
didn't-
did it.
No, he just said that if somebody goes after his money, it's fair game.
what was that about giving Ralph alcohol?
Well, you're enabling an alcoholic
Well, why do you not like that?
because it's sad to watch this guy get worse and worse. I mean, if you're honestly his friend, why would you let him get worse?
So you don't give alcoholics alcohol?
No, why would you give an alcoholic alcohol, Dick? To watch them sink further into alcoholism and destroy their life? I mean, is that really the kind of person you want to be, Dick?
Well, if you want alcohol, I'll give it to you, man. What are you asking? I can't
I'm
even
just asking why, as somebody that claims that they're caring, you do that.
I don't claim that I'm caring. You're like
You
this.
just said you were caring like 10 minutes ago.
Oh my God, Zoom, dude! You said this would be quick, and this is weird.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, Nick. I'll make it really quick. You told PPP that you were super wealthy and lived in a mansion.
No, I'm not super wealthy.
You just said that. You said that when you were arguing with PPP that you
I live in the Hollywood Hills.
you said that you were very rich and that you fuck your girlfriend in a mansion.
Hollywood Hills.
But last time
God damn it!
Fun. Does that?
I had to cancel the whole fucking thing. I had to throw Dick off because I can't kick people.
Do you see what I mean by rules? Remember I talked about that, Nick? Rules. There should be. There just used to be. I don't know, man. I know some of you guys. I've had my detractors, but I hope this stream is kind of showing people that for all the Drexelisms, I hope you guys have seen. I still have a very strict set of rules, man. And what that guy did is not okay. Look, I don't care if you're my worst enemy. I'm not going to dox you, man. Really? Come on.
That's just Zoom's just a pile of shit.
Who does that? I don't know. I don't believe in using shaming language on people. I don't call people names, and I would never dox someone. I don't care who they are. Even Anita Sarkeesian, even Neil Druckmann, I would have my issues with him about the game, The Last of Us Part 2, and the decisions he made, and I would keep it at that. I wouldn't talk about the guy's family or nothing. Sad, man. It's sad that this is the world we live in with this kind of behavior coming out of people.
I mean, so Zoom said he wanted to ask a couple questions, just a couple basic questions, and then he did that, which is lame because I've talked to Zoom before, and I didn't, I don't have any particular problem with him. I know his reputation. Yeah.
What is his rep?
His doxer, that type of stuff.
I gotta blame you then. I gotta blame you.
Said he wanted to come on. Dick had said Zoom wanted to come earlier. That's why I thought it might be fine.
Okay, here's my thing. Now, do you remember what I said about the whole swatting thing? How, I believe that you should get life in prison for swatting someone, right?
Yeah.
These people, this stuff has to be taken seriously, man. Like, doxing is not okay. This Zoom guy, for him to do that, like, are you serious, man?
Hey, what's up, Gator?
Hey, what's up, man?
That was a new guy.
Gator's good stuff. I know Gator's not retarded, so.
Hey, Gator, how you doing, man?
Some kind of weird flex. Hey, what's up, Drexel?
Did he
What's
just
going
see
on?
what just happened?
Yeah. Oh, he knows.
Yeah,
Gator,
I did.
What do you think about that,
on.
man? What do you think about that Zoom guy?
He's a clown. He's an absolute clown. This is the kind of guy that spends his entire life chasing after guys like Ethan Ralph because he wants to be popular. This is a guy, his old screen name, Xerix or whatever. He pretended and claimed that he was the one that hacked HB Gary. I don't know if you remember the lull sex stuff, but he was the guy that pretended he hacked HB Gary. And this other hacker named Kayla convinced everybody that the Zoom was in fact Kayla, because Kayla was a older guy that was LARPing as a 13-year-old girl, and they said, "Oh, 13-year-old girl, yeah, that must be Zoom."
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Earlier during PPP saying what he was saying, someone said Zoom was a pedo. Is this the same guy we're talking about?
A lot of people say Zoom's a pedo.
Yeah, Zoom did this entire like weird avant-garde thing where he recorded himself talking to his girlfriend, or someone else recorded him talking to his girlfriend about them watching CP. And I happen to think that Zoom is legitimately a pedo, and I can actually prove it.
Yeah.
There's just some, man, I don't know. I grew up a certain way. You know, people, like I said, I may have, was it showing that thing, Discord? I don't know. I grew up a certain way for everybody in the chat. You know, my parents are the way they are. They taught me with certain values. Some I upheld, some I broke, which I think is similar to everybody. You know, I think everyone rebels to a certain degree, but there are just certain concrete rules and codes of conduct that I hold to the highest regard. And the things I've seen tonight are just deplorable. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, they're despicable.
Who does that? Like, Nick, I have enemies. Prime example, baby mama. I'm not going to call the cops and falsely accuse her of something. Just wouldn't do it. Now, would she do the same to me? Different story. But I'll just be the dude who's like, no, I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to sit here and... I would never dox someone, man. Are you serious? Like, for you to, as you end your call, say someone's home address. Are you serious? Like,
well, this is a guy that, you know, he swatted Ethan Ralph live on the stream. Yeah, he's a guy that now this is another thing. He was talking about like accusing Dick of like flagging somebody. This is a guy who live on his stream was flagging Mimology 101's channel because Ralph started making fun of him. This is a guy who, and I've got a video for this. This is a guy who harassed a little girl over a Ring camera and was saying some pretty fucked up stuff to her and telling her that he was Santa Claus and that he wanted to be her best friend.
Wow.
And I've got this video. I've got this video right here.
Caught on camera. Yeah.
I can pipe it in through the stream here if you click on me so you can see the full video.
Wow.
Well, it won't change off of mine on your thing. So yours will always be shown.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm going to go play this real quick. And I want chat to listen in very closely to this little voice here.
First what happened, I was in the hallway. I thought my sister's. I heard some music. It's like to the window. So I come upstairs and I hear some banging noise. I was like, who is that?
Playing back the Ring video recording, this is what her parents saw as Alyssa searched for the source of the noise.
Who is that?
I'm your best friend. I'm Santa Claus. I'm Santa Claus. Don't you want to be my best friend?
There it is. That is Zoom hacked into a family's Ring camera and was harassing a little girl right there in front of everybody.
Ooh. Nick, this is why you need Big Herc on. Hey, Gator, you know who Big Herc is, don't you?
I do not know who Big Herc is.
The fresh out. He's a dude that served almost a dime in federal prison. He has a channel about, getting out of prison and all that stuff. And he talks about splitting wigs and busting cheeks. This is the stuff I'm talking about, man. I don't play that pedophilia shit. I don't play like even Nick, like engaging with children, even in that fashion, right? None of that is okay. It's not funny. It's not a joke. You don't do things to people's children, period. I don't know why this is, I don't know. I don't know if it's just, I grew up a certain way. We grew up in a different era or whatever. We just have certain values. Like, there's just certain things you don't do. And doing things with that involves children is one of those things. It's a hard line, right? Gator, do you remember there used to be hard lines? Remember that like back in the day, people knew that they were lying, even when you fought, right? You could get into a fist fight with a guy.
You don't do. You don't hit a
There
guy
are things
in the
you don't do, right? Like,
yeah.
you could get in a fist fight. If the year is 1988, you knew that you didn't kick guys like in the mouth, right? You didn't you didn't try to do permanent damage.
Yeah.
If a guy got knocked out, the fight is over, right? You walked away. You're like, hey, he's knocked out. Game over. Make sure he's still breathing.
You don't kick him when he's down.
You don't kick him when he's down. Like, there were rules. We live in this era now. Like I said, it's the era of the beta male. This era where your emotions are what matters. So anything that you do is somehow justified based on your emotion, and none of that shit is okay. No, it's not okay to do what this Zoom guy just did, both on this stream and to this girl. Like who does that? Who does what PPP does? And to a lesser degree, who does what Dick does? Like, enabling and egging these idiots on. Like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, the thing that we've always tried to operate on is that we try to give these people as little oxygen as possible. And sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes, like tonight's a great example, that shit just happens. And these people, they're always at the fringes, the Jessies, the Maddoxes, the PPPs, the Zooms. They're always at the fringes waiting for somebody to fuck up or have a bad night so they can take advantage. Because when you boil it down, all of these people are desperate attention whores that just really, really want to be loved by Ethan Ralph's audience, by Dick Masterson's audience. They want what they have and they can't have it. And so, especially in the case of Zoom, he's a guy that tried to attach himself to all of these people and tried to work his way in and stab them in the back, thinking that he could destroy them and take their audience. A guy like Jesse thinks that he can go directly at Dick Masterson and subversively try to undermine him, and that's somehow going to get all of Dick's followers to go to him and also to Maddox. A guy like Maddox that thought a multi-million-dollar lawsuit was going to defeat Dick Masterson and bring him all of those fans that left him and all that money that's no longer there. A guy like PPP who just humiliates and debases himself on camera because he thinks that that's his secret to success, that's going to make him better, that pretends to be a Christian because his buddy also pretends to be a Christian, while PPP himself has a poster of two lesbians in his house. It's all an act. And unfortunately for these people, this is who they are. They're just bad, terrible people. And that's why people
they try
don't
to become
like
their own persona. Well, Gator, one of the things that's kind of funny to me is, do you remember there was a time when men built up, they built themselves up, and even if they piggybacked on someone else, they did it with dignity, right? Like if someone to an extent, I will in a sense piggyback off of Nick's channel in the sense of, when I start my own channel, I'll be like, well, hey, I'll have Nick on as my first guest, honorary guest, things like that. But it's like, you always, picked up your brother by the bootstraps, you helped him. You pass on what you learn, right? Like you constantly, it's like this endless, like organic thing where guys and girls used to just have a general sense of like, hey man, we're not here to tear each other down. Like what I've seen tonight, Nick, the whole like trying to do things to harm people or discredit them or whatever, and then saying like, hey, guess what, Gator, I got some real dirt on this person. All right, what's the dirt? I can't share it for these reasons. Why did you come on then? You know what I'm saying? Why'd you come on?
Yeah, it's crazy.
But like, who says they've got dirt? And it's like, oh, this is juicy. We'll have you on. And then they're like, yeah, I can't disclose what I know, but trust me. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't know. It's
posturing. It's all posturing. And this is kind of the unfortunate thing that came out of the internet blood sports era, is that you have a lot of people that Tonka, who was on Nick's stream a long time ago, is a great example of this, that they create this internet persona of who they are in their head. And then they try to live out that persona of being this internet tough guy, this, supreme badass that is just, so much better than everybody else. And you got unfortunately had to experience a little taste of that tonight with PPP and Zoom. Those are two guys that try to pretend that they're these larger than life characters, but when you boil it down, they're lonely guys that debase and humiliate themselves because they love the attention. They love the dopamine rush of seeing people in their chat and flooding Nick's chat with PPP stuff. You know, they love the dopamine hit. And it's so funny because two of these guys were critical of Sargon, but they're just as guilty of it as Sargon ever was.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. Like I said, like I've told Nick on multiple occasions, like one of the things that I've talked about right here, Gator, is that like I don't do social media. So I'm, you know, like I have a Facebook account, right? I only made that account to get a suit shipped to me from Thailand, right? That's the only reason it exists. I had to FaceTime the tailor. So the Facebook page is blank, Snapchat blank, because you know some of these things. I don't think I have I think Instagram is what was on my phone, right? Because it comes on the phone. You know, we have these.
Sure, it does.
You buy a phone.
You insta thought,
and
you know it,
and
you're up there like,
oh yeah, right, with the selfies, the duck lips, and the funny thing is the neck rolls. Well, Gator, it's funny because like you know with social media, there's actually a couple of girls I work with. I told them this. I said, your life will be better if you get rid of social media. And I've had a couple of those girls come back to me later and going, Drex, you were right. I did. You know, I deleted Facebook. And without that, like you said, Gator, it's a dopamine hit. Nick, every time a girl or guy in this case sees a like, a comment, someone saying something, like that's kind of what I got now in hindsight, Nick. That's what Mad Black Atheist was. He's basically an internet troll that's clout chasing, right?
Yeah.
So when he got on your channel, he said on multiple occasions, like, you know, I may not ever be on a platform as big as Nick, so let me be this caricature of myself, right? This persona, like what Gator said. You become a persona to clout chase. And it's like, dude, just be who you are. Even if you are a persona, stick to the persona and just stick to doing what you do. Like I said, I think Alex Jones did a good job of that, right? Alex Jones, you know, people are like, oh, Alex Jones is crazy. Alex Jones is just Alex Jones, right? He kind of stayed in his own lane. You see what I'm saying? Like Alex Jones didn't go around doxing people, not to my knowledge. You know, like there used to be rules. And it bothers me that I see people out here that aren't playing by rules. Like, Nick, without rules, like imagine a society, Nick, where somebody could dox you and that puts your children at risk, right?
Yeah.
It puts your wife at risk. That's not okay. If you have a problem with, you know, Nick Rekieta and Rekieta Law and his stream, just go at him. And even then, like it's going at him or in things he said, right, Gator? Not trying to do bodily harm, not trying to dox, not trying to cause someone to get their life ruined. That's my issue with the Me Too movement, right? Is that, Gator, if I have a problem with you and I'm some thought from your past, I don't file a criminal complaint, right? I go to social media and say, yeah, Gator raped me in 2006.
I was there. That happened.
and Gator, now you can't defend yourself, right? Look what happened to poor Johnny Depp. Look what happened to Johnny Depp, right? Amber Heard got to just say whatever she wanted to fucking say, Nick. Unhinged. And now so Gator, this kind of goes to what you just showed with this Zoom character. Let's just say for the sake of argument, Zoom was walking around saying, I got dirt on, you know, Dick or whoever, right? And he was given a platform, people believed him. And then now whoever he is, you know, doxing or going after, his opponents, would have to then come on and say, hey, did you see this thing about this you know, Zoom with this little girl? Did you see this? You see what I'm saying? You're always playing catch up because you're behind the story, not in front of it.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happens. In an ideal world, none of this stupid shit would go on. But we don't live in an ideal world, and you know, things like personal information becomes a bit of a weapon, especially when you deal with people that are anonymous online. And it's a useful tactic for people to want to silence other people. All they have to do is, you know, drop their personal information, you know, look up where they work, call up their employer, call up their school, call up their family, mess with their family, call a SWAT team to kick in their door. You know, that's what it inevitably always goes to. And it's just kind of a symptom of where society's at today. that this stuff happens. And people like Zoom, people like PPP, it's all about the attention that they get from doing retarded things.
Well, Gator, you talked earlier about, you know, these guys basically just and there's some guys in the chat who said the same thing, which is just losers, right? Like, if you need to get attention on the internet and stuff, and Nick and I talked about this earlier, you know, when we brought lunch for the kids, Nick, is like, there are too many people out there who literally don't have a life. Like, if the internet is your life, that's not a good thing. You see what I'm saying? Like, you should have people in your life. So during this quarantine, during this lockdown, you should have people in your life that you are talking to and having relationships with that are positive. If you're going to the internet to look for attention, you need internet attention. Nick, think about that. Not real attention, not, you know what I'm saying, like loved ones, not your friends, your family, you know, internet attention. Gator, think about that. A guy like Zoom, a guy like PPP, when you have to sit here and say, yeah, I got a girlfriend, she's 120, we know that you're just lying, but what's the point? You see what I'm saying? What's the point of all of it? You just live your life, man.
Well, it's about posturing. And I imagine part of it is the fact that he's got a weird obsession with me, PPP does. And I don't know whether it's he's jealous because he called in to Ralph's show forever ago with a forgettable bit and it just didn't take off and Ralph dropped him. And so he's had this like weird sort of jealousy thing going with me. I told a story back on the Kill Stream forever. I think it was Dick Masterson's first episode on there about a girlfriend I had. And I think PPP was trying to try to say this story to dunk on me or something. And it was very weird, honestly.
You know what's the dumbest thing about Zoom? Is I think he wants to have sex with you, Gator. And he could have tried if he would have just not been retarded.
Well, hey, he was offered to come to Knoxville. He could have met me face to face. There's supposed to be he was supposed to be there, and he never showed up. I don't know why. He said he was going to beat Tonka's ass in person. He was going to be there, and he never showed up. It's a shame.
Well, I have so many chats to read. I have a lot. And so I would like to do that. You guys are welcome to hang out and help with chats, any amount that you want, or to not. So I'm going to start reading, though. Otherwise, this stream will never end.
Literally never. 24-hour stream. Yeah, I just got to go take a nap.
Yeah, and I don't know if I have a 24-hour one in me. Especially, I was cucked out of my own chair. Notice how I gave you the good, comfy chair?
Oh.
Yeah. You see that? Look at that.
Oh,
you were whining about your back the other day.
Yeah.
And now I'm whining about mine because it hurts. It hurts.
Oh.
So.
Well, you made the mistake of doing that. Did you do the rear delt? The rear delt burnout? Yeah, Gator. I introduced Nick to Ring Fit Adventure on the Switch. Oh. You know about that game, don't you?
I haven't played it, but my roommate has because he's got a Switch.
Gator, it's no joke, man. I gave Nick the rear delt workout. You put the ring behind your head and start squeezing in, and it just it was bad.
You
man.
have to hold the ring like this.
It was bad, yeah, and squeeze a resistance ring.
It's nasty.
Oh, it was bad.
People are asking if I'm gonna have to clean up the chair after you're gone. Cleanup crew rise up. Okay, Kyle, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Jacob Berg says, I have a buddy who him and his lady went to divorce. Want to divorce. No bad blood or animosity. Whenever he asks for advice, he keeps hearing get a lawyer. They want to know what for is everything seems cool, no kids. Because the only advice you can reasonably give anybody talking about divorce is get a lawyer. Do they actually need one? I mean, that's up for them to decide.
But he made it sound like it was amicable, right?
Amicable divorces with no kids can be done in Minnesota, pro se, with a mutual agreement. Mm-hmm. You fill out a form. It's paperwork that you download from the courthouse. You can't change the form legally, and you just fill out the form. If they want to do that way, they got to check their state to see if they have that. otherwise, get a lawyer. But typically the recommendation is if you have anything of value, get a lawyer.
I just think that it's bad once lawyers get into I'm not trying to pick on women, but it seems like especially when a lawyer gets in a woman's ear.
Yeah, they tell them how much they can get.
Yeah, and just
I agree, but as a lawyer, my recommendation almost has to be get.
I get it.
But it is possible to do them pro se, and many states will have it on the court's website on how you can do it yourself. And if it is amicable, a lot of people have found success doing those things. Sometimes you can also both hire one lawyer, depending on the state, and to just review the documentation, make sure there's nothing either way. And as long as both of you consent and you're in an appropriate state, you can do that. That's up to you too. And if either one of you contests it, that lawyer has to drop out and you have to get your own. So you could just be adding a lot of costs for no reason. If there's no kids, you don't have a pet.
That's so lame. Yeah, the ASC Presents says, good night, y'all. Hey, good night, ASC Presents.
Yeah, later, man.
Good night.
Oh, is that Riley? Later, Riley.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got to people.
Derek Alexander. Hey, buddy. How's it going, man? There's excellent content as usual. Nothing better than watching Nick deflating autist. I'll take that as a compliment because I think it was. Nick Naylor says, the sound of the tri-chad echoing through my house set off my wife, and she started to try and chew her way out of the cage. Laughing Kuru says, yo, Dick, I recall you enjoyed a YouTuber named Mahler's videos. Have you thought about inviting him on or going on to his podcast EFAP? And I am sorry that we didn't get to that chat while Dick was here. If he does show back up, I have resent him the link. If he does show back up, I will
EFAP
ask
guys
him.
are great.
Yeah, I want to talk to them because I would love to do that. They do like long shows. So.
Oh yeah.
Tums Festival says, unconditional simp love to all of you. Hey, thanks, buddy. Full Cut Nationalist says, to Drex, friend's wife went to a massage parlor. Male masseur groped her breasts. She didn't say no. She went back twice more to the same guy because she had a coupon. Did the husband get cucked?
No, because it's borderline, but she hasn't done anything. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because she hasn't done anything, I can't call that I would say it's a red flag. Don't get me wrong. That's a red flag, but not cucked.
Gotcha.
Because isn't that similar to a guy going to the same strip club who's married, right? I like this dancer. Now, if given the opportunity, would he maybe go with that dancer, right? Sexually, maybe, but because he hasn't done it, can't say full on that it's cucked.
Yeah, it's that's interesting. Interesting opinion. Let's see. Dave says, I'm about the same age as Drexel and Nick. This lamenting about rules back in the day is a load of bunk. People would screw with people all the time. The rose-tinted view of the past is a lie.
No. So here's where I think this guy's getting confused. I think that the rules came from the fact that, this goes to what you said, Gator, there wasn't an internet age. So there were rules back then, right? Think about Nick. Could you get doxxed in 1993? What doxing could you do to someone, right? Because the world was smaller, right? Because you were in your school, you were in your neighborhood, you were in your college. You didn't really, because without an internet, you couldn't dox. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm referring to.
You
What do you think about that, Gator?
Book and call up your buddies and read their address out of the phone book, and then you'd have to drive there.
You're right.
It's weird. It's a different time though, because swatting wasn't.
Yeah. You could get swatting. Yeah, it was without the internet. The internet is great for so many things, Nick, but I'm not gonna lie, man. It ruined a lot of other things. We gained so much, right? Being able to have smartphones and go, hey Gator, hey Gator, one of the things I found funny, don't you hate when you need an address to someplace and people give you fucking directions?
Oh my god.
Is that not the stupidest thing?
You pull over to the intersection over here, and it's past the giant red barn. You go.
Oh my god!
You go 4 mailboxes down and take a right.
2 miles westbound, dude. Just give me
2 miles.
About 2 miles. You'll see on the 4th stoplight. It's dude, just give me the fucking address. Just give me the address, and I'll just Google Maps. Yeah. You're the smartphone. I'm the dumb human. Just take me there. Jesus.
It was let's see. 1337 Neo says, "Hey Nick, you've definitely earned another pair of Sawbucks. Drek's gonna have to put you on the spot. Did you ever tell the Thad story?" Still haven't.
You know, it's funny. Here's the craziest thing. I literally just told the Thad story to my coworker two nights ago, right? Because last night I was here, so 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call my girl Pink. I'm gonna find out a way to have her on because
you should do that. Like, you should do it on your show.
Oh yeah, I could
when
do
you
that
start
too.
your show. That should be like one of the first things.
First episodes is the infamous Thad story. God, fuck it. 11 months of ED because of that shit. Fuck Thads. But if you're in San Diego, you can still go to Thads, people. It's okay.
Morty J says, "A sad thing is during Trump's campaign, one of Melania's goals was to teach children healthy online habits and to make those accountable for their actions. The Orange Man bad and was laughed at for her idea."
Imagine that.
Romeo Garbo says, "This one goes out to the mods doing everything they can in a mess. Everything they can do in a mess like what just happened. Cheers, mates." I do have a great mod staff. I mean, they got dumped on by people, and it was literally people not understanding.
Yeah, early on, what was that? I kept seeing it said like, this message is deleted or timed out.
Someone would chat like 5 things like PvP like 15 times in a row. That's the one rule. Don't do that.
But what do you get from that?
Spamming it?
Yeah, the person who's doing it. Like, what is the purpose?
They're trying to make it look like the chat was overrun by his superior chat. I wish I was joking.
You're joking.
I'm not.
That's the reason.
No, that's literally what it is. They want to make it seem like all of Nick's fans were on his side and wanted him on the show, when it was really like 20 retards that were just spamming the same thing over and over again.
You serious?
This is how it works.
I'm serious.
Oh my God. But once again, it goes back to what I said, right?
Yeah.
There used to be... Hey, Gator, do you remember the beginning of The Dark Knight? When, at the end of the bank heist, when the guy talks about there used to be rules? Criminals used to believe in things. Remember that?
There used to be honor among
There
thieves.
used to be honor. Used to be like, Nick, there used to be... Think about it. A criminal back in, let's say John Dillinger's age, right, Nick? They robbed the bank. They weren't just shooting fucking people, right? Yeah. And the people kept their money. He robbed banks, and the people are like this. No, keep your money. Nick, you didn't hear stories about, fucking mass shootings. Hey, Gator, you know what? I'm mad at the world, so I'm just going to go shoot up people who have nothing to do with what my problem is. Like, there used to be rules. There are no rules anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking sad.
Despite the fact that we are more connected than ever, we are also more disconnected than ever.
Nick and I talked about that earlier today. Yeah, in the kitchen we talked about that.
This sort of like, dark mirror into humanity, into the souls of people.
Right? I keep getting told to watch that show. I need to.
Yeah, interacting with people over a box, literally a screen with light emitting diodes in it, isn't the same as actually having a conversation with somebody.
Oh no.
I believe it was Jonathan Gabriel of Penny Arcade that came up with the greater internet dickwad theory, that giving somebody mostly anonymity and an audience will automatically turn them into a dickwad.
I believe that's true. Yeah. Once you have just an icon or something, and like you said, and let's say you have 50,000 plus subscribers, right? You kind of that's how people start becoming that asshole. They start using pseudonyms. Nick is his real name. Drex is my real name. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm just a certain way, man. I don't know how to be fake. I don't know how to be a clout chaser. I don't get it. Not me.
Well, it's very easy. All you have to do is go around dropping people's addresses and talking about how big and bad you are on the internet.
Right.
But the reason a lot of people do the anonymity thing, myself included, is because there are people out there that would, in a heartbeat, try to destroy your life just because you enjoy creating content for other people. I
do believe that.
And it makes them
I already know
angry.
That. I know I have people that I'm sure, like, especially when I start my channel, Nick, and I'm sure there's gonna be people coming out of the woodwork. Nick, there's people I've pissed off enough, and you know what the funny thing is, Gator? you piss them off not because like you've done harm to them. You hurt their feelings is all that means, right? You ever notice that? Like you're not doing things to people. Like usually you just hurt their feelings. See what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of hurt feelings in the chat from their fans right now because they hate me.
Why? How do they hate you?
I've never really been able to figure it out, but I think it just boils down to the fact that I'm the co-host on the kill stream, and they're not. They said shot their shot. They shot their shot. They tried their damnedest to be a thing, and they just weren't. So what happens? They start to move into other people that also hate the show, that also, want to see Ralph dead in a ditch somewhere. And they all start to move together into this like cohesive support group where they cope with each other, like the Killstream Battered Wives Shelter, basically. And so they all start to run all these stupid, like underhanded subversive operations against the show. And the same thing happens to Dick Masterson. All of Maddox's people, they come up in this support group and they all try to run all of these crazy schemes to try to, this will take down Dick Masterson's show this time. Cartoon villain shit. And this is what they do. Man, this is what they spin.
Speaking of which,
wait, we got someone else on there.
Man.
Jamie will fuck you. Anybody listening to this, Jamie Lynn Hughes will fuck you. Just read what I told you, man. There's no need to be so upset. That's it. Just read what I put down. Read the fucking manual for fucking that bitch. That's all you gotta do.
Oh my god.
I love that little logo.
It's how many did you go throw up?
No, I didn't. How much did you guys hear?
What?
Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, buddy. It wasn't on air.
Okay, so Romeo Garbo said, I've been grifted. How dare you, Rackets? How dare you make me type this message, put my information into Google, and confirm that I want to do this? How dare you? My sarcasm coming through.
Oh, don't forget to ask Dick the question that...
Oh, yeah.
Dick, someone asked you a question in the super chat. I guess now you can answer it.
Have you ever thought about inviting Mahler on from EFAP?
Mahler, what do you mean Mahler?
The YouTuber Mahler from Every Frame a Pause.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. Someone said they recall you enjoyed his content. Asked if you thought about having him on.
Yeah. Star Wars stuff. Yeah, I love it. Let's do it.
Okay. That's that. Sinag8 says, catching up with the stream, hit the PPP part. Drex looks like he wants a shot of bleach. Blaze Storms says, again, can't argue with stupid. Now there's another one. Where do these guys come from?
I was actually thinking that, honestly. Like, once that dude started, like, really going at Dick, I kind of, like, looked over at Dick. I see his face. I'm just like, is this for real? Like, so Dick, let me ask you something. How do you feel about Zoom and characters like him that want to dox you or pester you, especially the doxing part? What is your thought on that?
I mean, it's funny. But they just can't stop. Like they get attention and they can't elevate it to the next level, which is like actual funny, entertaining content.
Mm-hmm.
If they could, they'd be set, but they can't. They're just like stuck in that kind of like that's
malaise.
Yeah, that malaise of failure. It's like, yeah, man, like, yeah, you got that, but come on, like, give us something. No.
Well, they wallow in mediocrity because ultimately they only get attention from doing the stupid shit that they do. A great example of this was like Zoom used to like stream, like trying to fuck with Ralph's show all the time. He actually live streamed himself when Ralph was at Madison Square Garden watching a Ring of Honor show. It's a wrestling thing. He actually live streamed himself trying to like stalk Ralph and posting these posters accusing Ralph of being a pedophile and all this shit. And a girl came up to him and started fucking with him and was like, hey, are you Corey Barnhill, the pedophile? And shit like that. And it freaked him out so much that he stopped live streaming and like was off the internet for a solid month. I think he was scared that she was tracking him down and like trying to find his address. But you know, this is what it boils down to is they talk a big game, but when push comes to shove, they look like absolute morons. And you got to see a nice heaping helping of that tonight. This like internet tough guy mentality. I'm such an internet badass. It's all fake. It's all stupid.
All right.
This is why you need Big Herc on, Nick. This is what I'm telling you, man. Like when you talk to, look, man, I'm gonna call my man Herc. I'm gonna have him link up with you. You gotta have Big Herc on, because I mean, now he ain't gonna go ahead and split these dudes' wigs, because you know, I think he might even have 2 strikes now, so he might not want to. But Nick, the difference between God, this chair leans back so much. You're like,
you complain about it? You want to switch?
No, I'm good. Yeah, enjoy that nice chair. But there's something what Gator's talking about. There's something about the internet tough guy, because Gator, you know, back in the day before the internet, you had people who actually, like, you know, that was when they said, you know, talk is cheap, right? Without the internet, guys used to just talk tough, and then they were physically confronted in the flesh, right? And then they bitched up. You see what I'm saying? But now with the internet, you can't face them. You just they just endlessly get to just say whatever they want. It's like, this guy's unreal, man. Yeah, fuck that Zoom guy. That was not okay, man.
That was lame. Nova Zero says Tism twice in one day. Concern Troll says he doesn't care, then brings it up. Nikki, learn to handle comms where you can control it. I had to close the whole fucking Hangouts. It's great. You platformed doxing, bro. You gotta own it. Gator, teach the boomer. Yes, I platformed doxing. That was the plan.
You platformed hate. You're getting canceled now, Nick.
Yeah. NG says prolapsed attention whoars. It's not USDs. Don't get excited. Eli Champu says, you only stop giving alcoholics alcohol if that alcoholic actually wants to quit drinking. They're an adult and can make their own decisions. Stop being a concerned troll Zoom.
Yeah, see, what we're doing with Ralph is we're getting him drunk. You know what a buffer overflow is? It's when it's when the integer goes over and it loops back around. That's what we're trying to do with Ralph. We're trying to get him so drunk that he spins back around and becomes not an alcoholic and sober.
Do it. That'll work.
Let's see. Okay. Back to this one. Back to this set. I Am Pinhead says, did Masterson ever get that forehead kiss I paid for in August? I don't know that I've seen him since August. Was that to me? Did you pay me to forehead kiss Masterson? Chad King says, bring PPP on if you actually want to face this.
That was a disaster, man.
Like so long ago.
Oh, this is a long time.
Oh,
back.
man.
The only Liberty Prime says the only good pedo is a dead pedo. Let's make them all good.
Yeah.
The Historian says invite PPP. BZ says thoughts on Ralph's ex Nora dating a West African. Who cares?
Ralph's not dating a West African.
No, Nora.
Oh. No, Nora's still single.
I mean, even if she did, who cares?
Yeah, like, she's out of his life now. Like, she can date whoever she wants to. They're divorced now.
Secularis says, new Project 2, Janny's on suicide watch. That's not good.
Damn.
What's a Janny?
Janitor.
A janitor.
Oh, okay.
Go fucking kill yourself, whoever did that one.
In Minecraft.
I'm so fucking tired of these shit-wit big ballers who want to challenge the fucking man. Bring it on. Let's go. Let's have a big fucking screaming match on Nick's stream.
God damn it.
Everyone ponies
We've
up.
already had 2 of those.
Let's go. Oh, no, I'll be here all fucking night. Let's go. Fucking pussies. Load up.
Omar Hernandez says, here you go. Thanks for the countless hours of fun. Oh, you're welcome. Welcome. And wait, John Smith message was deleted. I have no idea who did or why. So I'm sure you can blame the mods.
Zoom in chat.
Matt K says PPP equals Pearly Penile Popules. Look it up.
So it's a backronym. So he searched for that and then found 3 other words that do the same thing. Now I understand it. Thanks, chat.
IT Weeb and the Gunt fears the starfish. Both have message deleted. Again, I don't know It was probably my anti-free speech policies, or it could have been YouTube, or it could have been them. I have no idea. Some nobody says nuance is lost on people born after 1980 entirely. Well, I was after 1980, but only a little bit. Senator Funstein says, for a good time, head over to Only Furries, do Coom live now. Dick Masterson, oh wait. Rick Robinson says, Nick, please, it is pronounced Oregon for the panel. Least favorite condiment. What's your guys' least favorite condiment?
Mayonnaise.
Least favorite?
Yeah.
Ketchup.
I won't do any ketchup or mustard ever. Especially ketchup is the worst thing ever.
Oh, fuck.
What, Dick?
Not mustard?
Mustard's disgusting.
I think both ketchup and mustard. Like, you put ketchup near me, that smell alone. Ugh. Ugh.
Mustard, though, man. Mustard's good. Mustard's dirty.
Oh,
Nasty.
someone said the deleted super chats were people trying to dox me. So that, okay.
Wow, really?
I don't know. Maybe. I didn't see him.
How is that your life? Like, how do you become that guy? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, because Nick is a gun shield. You know, he's protecting Dick and
I
Ralph
am
from
nowhere
the
near
evil,
big
mean
enough
people
to
on
shield
the
the
internet.
You know how
He looked like such a fucking idiot when he called in. That Canadian prick, that fat Canadian asshole who called in. What? I don't even know what he was complaining about.
Yeah, I still don't know either. But I've already got hateful Facebook posts about about how bad you did. So
He looks like
Of
King
course.
Hippo. PPP looks like King Hippo. If King Hippo had an uncle who was a pedophile and who fucked him. That's what PPP looks like.
yeah.
He looks like a fat lesbian, honestly.
Bald Eagle 1787 says, so by Dick's definition of love, that must mean that DSP is the most loved person on the planet. Oh my God, yeah.
He is, unironically.
Yeah, people love DSP.
how's that guy doing? So he beat the case, right?
He got his bankruptcy, and he's
So is he still streaming?
yeah, oh yeah. I mean, he never stopped. He's been streaming for
Wow.
10 years or whatever. He's
Somebody
making
asked
more
me.
money now than he has in a long time.
Really?
Oh,
Oh, because of all the attention from the case?
Well, because he came up with a good gimmick and he convinced people to help him wear a vest.
Oh.
I wish I was joking. He's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's something else.
Some nobody says incorrect. Approximately 40% of men historically failed to reproduce. KTTK says show Drex the texts just so there's no bias. We will be here forever. But I don't think you guys are gonna see. I don't think you're gonna get the reaction that you think you are. That's the weird.
Well, I got the gist of it, and my thing was,
What's your assessment?
my gist of it was basically simping in and of itself is always about lack of reciprocity. So if Dick was saying whatever he was saying to this chick, and the goal was to get laid, and that's what he got, but he didn't spend a bunch of money, then, I mean, and that's what it is. Like, if someone were to hack my phone, Nick, out of context, like, so, Dick, I want your take on this. I was telling Nick, because Nick gave me the gist of what happened last night, right? And I said, there's nothing wrong with saying that you miss somebody or that you care about somebody. So if somebody said, like, Drex, you're a simp, I saw your phone, it said you missed this chick. I say there's guys that I miss. You know what I'm saying? Like your friends, your family. Like, you can always say you miss someone, you care about someone. That's not being a simp. Like, that word has taken on a whole new meaning, Nick. Basically, if you're not this emotionless, lame asshole, then that means you're a simp, right? Like, look, you kissed your kid, oh, you're a simp. Like, oh, get the fuck out of here.
Well, look, it's the same thing that happened with the term snowflake.
Yeah.
So people on the right call people on the left snowflakes because they got upset when people on the right would make like uncouth jokes. And so then the people on the left started calling people on the right snowflake, and then everybody called everybody snowflake until it just became cringy to call anybody a snowflake. And so the term was retired. In much the same way, everybody's throwing around simp without regard for what the original meaning was. And so now it's basically become the same thing. It doesn't actually have a meaning because it's just thrown around willy-nilly.
Well, douchebag had that same lifespan, right? Remember when douchebag used to be like an actual insult, right?
We
like,
want 4 more years of douchebag.
There was a time it was, but I mean, that's what happens, you know, which is what Gator's saying. Like, you overuse a word and dilute its meaning, it just becomes irrelevant. It's like, oh, well, there you go.
I don't know. But what if Dick spent money to buy her a plane ticket? That make him a simp?
How much money?
I don't know. Someone's accusing you of doing that, so I'm just asking a hypothetical. I don't have access to your checkbook.
Yeah, there's I mean, you got to spend money, right? You got to show them.
Here's what I would say to that. If it's, I would honestly say it's actual simp. Wait, I just go.
I have no idea.
It's really based on how much money you have, right? Because, so Nick, do you remember when you talked about how wealthy people have sex differently, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember you were saying that? I think you said like, the guy was like a billionaire, and he invites the woman over. He was like for dinner or something, and
yeah, he sent a car.
Yep.
Car picked her up, drove her up to his house, and he said, "Are we opens the door, says hi. Are we having sex before or after dinner?"
Yep.
She said before, so they did, and then they went to dinner at a nice restaurant, and then he sent her home in the car.
Yep.
And he never talked to her.
Yeah, that's not simping. He got what he wanted, and he expended, remember, based on his income level, the minimum amount of resources, right? That'd be like you or I giving away a penny. So someone goes, was that being a simp? Like, if you gave a girl a penny, in terms of, in relative terms, right? For the car ride, for the dinner, whatever. If it was a penny to you, because this guy's a billionaire, that's a penny, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't even see, he would make more money in interest than it cost him to wine and dine this thought, right?
Sure.
So that's not simping. When we talk about simping, we're talking about the guy who's in the strip clubs every night, blowing all of his money. The guy who's on OnlyFans, giving up all of his money. That's simping. There's no return. There's no return. There's no ROI, right? There's no return on investment.
I think we're all simping because Jamie wanted us to talk about her, and that's all we're doing. Like, it's literally all she wanted in life is for me,
attention,
and my girlfriend to admit that we fucked her for as long as we did, and that's what we're doing. So she wins. She wins. We're all simping.
She could have just asked. I would have let her talk.
Yeah, anyone would have let her talk about it. That's the worst part.
Comes and Goes says Simp School Scholarship Fund contribution for Senior Masterson. Oh no. Puffy40 says doubt on Elliot Rodger. He was narcissistic to the point of antisociality. Mike Testa says it's some priest shaming Masterson.
Oh shit.
What?
I just saw something insane in the stream.
What's that?
Kynes, the guy who killed his family for more credit cards to pay pig with.
Well,
Jesus Christ, really?
That's
the most dangerous kind of simp.
Chad King says Masterson used the same strategy as a male feminist to get laid, and people praise him. Yeah. Take that. I don't know what that means.
Man, the wolf always hides in the sheep's clothing to get amongst the sheep. Dick just perfected the art of the sheep disguise.
I mean, try it. Like, everybody who thinks what I do is easy, do it.
Yeah, I mean,
about it.
You got to use words like atavistic, though. That's how you do it. You hit her with the big word she's got to Google.
Apparently works. I don't know. BGEDRR says, what would Dick say to the fact that casually sleeping with women makes them statistically more likely to divorce their husbands in the future? Is there no moral wrong there?
You're asking me to think about women?
Well, that person is, I guess.
That person is, well, good for you, man. I don't know what's your aim there? Just like simping for women? Is the whole chat like want to do whatever they can do to make the best outcome for women? I have no fucking idea. What is that guy talking about?
It's kind of interesting because, like, I don't know if Are these guys white knighting Jamie? Is that happening? I don't want to just throw it out like, oh, everybody's just white knighting Jamie, because I don't know if it's about her at all. But there's a lot of like
is
concern.
it like the idea of her? Like, do they want like a friend who's a woman who will fuck them? Because I got news for you guys. Jamie ain't that great. She talks about fucking music nonstop all the time. She talks about her fucking ex-husband all the fucking time. Jamie is the demographic for driving a Dodge Charger. Like, that's who you're fucking simping for. What are you talking about? Honestly.
Well, it all goes back to Maddox. He still can't get over the fact that his lawsuit got tossed out and he became an internet laughingstock in record time. And it all goes back to that. You know, Jesse's just running all of this shit for Maddox, for the benefit of Maddox.
Ranu, this guy says, so has Dick officially admitted to the text or not? If he has, then why lie? Why did he lie if he's such a Chad? I know there are people in the world who don't understand sarcasm, but did they actually think that on the kill stream you denied making the texts? Seriously?
I didn't make those texts. Jamie made it all up.
Yeah, well, I mean, good at Photoshop, I guess. Gee. Okay. Stabby McStabswood says, Dick is so boring. All these spurgs tuned in to hang on his every word. The tism tonight is over 9,000. Hashtag Dick is the winner. Andrew War Snowboard says, please tell me that you'll buy his Jobu statue of you. No. BGEDRR says, the Christians here check PPP sermon about Dick. Scott Green says, to Dick, can Pod Awful be on new project too?
No.
If not, is it really a free speech platform?
Fuck you.
And then he says,
email me and I'll send you a picture of my cock that you can print out and then crumple up and swallow. Who said that? What was that guy's name?
Scott Green.
Scott Green. Fuck you. Fuck your mom. Fuck anyone who you've ever known in your life. None of you matter. You're here chirping on Nick Rekieta's stream. You're fucking worthless. Fuck you, Scott Green. Don't ever ask any of us any questions again. You don't matter. Shut up.
And then he finished with Drexel is right about not simping, by the way. Cameron McLean says, you either log off a meme or stream long enough to see yourself become a lolcow. Thoughts? It's going to happen at some point. In my opinion. Kyle Robertson. What if my roommate says she wants a guy with a massive package? Does that mean I have a chance?
She wants to bang a UPS driver.
Oh, there you go. Clarth1234 says, this reminds me of the Maddox interview with Doug 10 Apples. Thank you for sending that twice. Eric Salad says, happy to finally have Dick Masterson and Drex on at the same time. Not sure if these people realize that fans of you guys don't care about any of this nothing drama. Yeah, sorry. Noodle Knight says, what happens when a Mexican black guy and a lawyer walk into a stream? A bunch of virgins in chat acting like an attention-whoring bitter ex who's mad because you never talk about them as alpha. Scott Green. Oh, he has another question for you. He says, to Dick, what room of the house did the previous owner die in?
No one has ever died in my house.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what that question's in reference to. Nobody says you... What?
I wish they had. I know. I mean, Jamie's dignity died in every room of the house. Is that how?
Oh, damn. Some nobody says, you've got an amazing radio voice, though, Dick. Thumbs up. Seth Johnson says, when's Dick going on the Fallen State with JLP?
Whenever JLP will have me.
Well, I mean, you don't talk to him like every day?
No.
Are you a racist? Is that why?
I try not to because I feel guilty even existing in a world of JLP.
I think so.
Amazing.
He's who should have done this interview. That would have been great.
Oh, God.
That would have been good.
Did you forgive your mother? And love your father.
Find the Cold One says, take my money and ignore the spam. Thank you. Ian Carroll says, I live in Minnesota and would love to get you and Drex a drink when the bars open up. Today I found out from the quartering that my name is the male version of Karen, so that's depressing.
Damn.
Aw. Oh, buddy. I'll have a drink with you, man. Just send me an email. Anime Moon says, I had Super Sentai teach my son today to never get in between women having a fight because they will always make the fight the man's fault. He is 5. Let's see. Almond John says, who grabbed him by the pussy first, Kid Goku or Trump?
Damn.
Trump. Right?
We assume.
I don't know if Kid Goku did. Anime Moon says, I almost got a lap dance from Bridget the Midget.
Oh, wow. She's still around?
I don't know.
Jesus. I hope this was like 20 years ago. Last time I saw her, she was on like Howard Stern. That was about 20 years ago.
Carbonite says, how many guns must a man own before you can call him a man? More. Name says, shall I drop the timestamp for the ad that showed up on your browser on stream for the medication Lady Rackets needs for her appetite due to her medical issues? Is that funny enough for you? What? And then he says, oops, look at your face now, lol, ooh boy. I didn't even see your chat until now, and I don't know what you mean. What medication does Lady Rackets need? I mean, I know what medication she gets. I don't know.
Go back to what we were talking about earlier.
That's fucking weird, man.
These people are weird, man.
Drexel, Lord of Simpson Cuck, says, when I was in the Philippines, we were bouncing strip clubs until we found one to do our prank. We threw a bunch of coins at the stripper on stage. They were pissed. 1337 Neo says, Dick, don't let the naysayers get to you, buddy. You were one of the few people I remember that actually had an Encyclopedia Dramatica article that actually put you in a positive light. That takes some serious skill.
You're goddamn right it does.
Matthew M says, off topic, but The Lord of the Rings is greatest movie ever made. One ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them, then all, and in the darkness bind them. Okay. Almond John says, is Drexel getting Last of Us 2, The Mam Chronicles?
No way, man. Yeah, after the whole white man bad trans agenda stuff, I'm like, nah, I'm good. It's just gonna be the woke shit. No, I don't support that kind of stuff.
Dick, are you gonna buy The Last of Us 2? Do you play video games?
I only play Animal Crossing.
Oh, okay. What about you, Gator? Are you gonna get Last of Us 2?
Absolutely not. I have no desire to play a game where the main protagonist is Superman from the GameStop.
Yeah, that got out of control.
Let's see. Cal Clay says, Drexel, in NBA stream, you sound like a simp. The ladies made me go to the twerking club. My question is, did you pay their cover?
No, I did not.
If yes, then.
Oh yeah, no. It was my coworkers. Like I said, my coworkers were egging me on to take them out to the club, and it was a night out. You're like, yeah, well, I mean, because Nick, what else are you going to be doing, right? Nothing. It's sitting in your hotel room. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's go. So yeah, we went to Blue Flame that one time. We went to Onyx the other, before Onyx shut down that one. So yeah, good times though.
Ben Frail says, what do you call someone obsessed with cucks? I have no idea. Reek says, heyo. Yeah, I got nothing tonight. Lol, just good to see Dick back on stream. Hey, thanks. No one important says, what do you think of this sudden rise in Karen, and why didn't the Kung Flu take them out yet, like nature is supposed to? Male Chipotle Karens included. I don't know. Goof Troop says, Chris Benoit once on. Cody Byer says, why did you invite Canadian Mr. Potato Head? That was a mistake.
Wow.
Some nobody says, PPP says it because he is one. Icy Mind says, doesn't even know the definition of mongoloid. Trivia Aficionado says, kick the spurg. Fluffy Tet, LMAO, who is this tryhard fart huffer? Corey DeLuna says, this is Jerry Springer? Yes. Big Red the Bard, thanks for the donation. Forever Cursed Phoenix Lord says, Nick, you know you can mute this exceptional individual. Wrong. But next stream I'll be able to. Rogue says, is this the kill stream? This PPP is such spurg. Man, I wish he would have gone on the kill stream in some ways. I think that would have been great for him.
Look, we put out the Discord link every single stream, even tonight. I put the freaking Discord link out there on Twitter. And for all of these dudes like talking mad amounts of shit, they never call in. Not once. Not in like the last couple of months have they done it. Have they taken the initiative to do it? And they won't. Because they'll argue, oh, well, Ralph controls the stream and he's gonna mute us. And I'm just like, well, just fucking call in.
Did Ralph die tonight?
Yes, Ralph is dead. He'll be back tomorrow, though.
Oh, okay, good. Jeff the Gamer says, Drex, save us from this fat star, please, that goes by PPP. And why didn't you save us?
I just thought the best thing to do was to save everyone with silence, man. You guys should have done the same. But you said you couldn't cancel him, right?
I couldn't kick him off without literally closing the thing. I'll have to figure out something else.
That is a horrible feature or lack thereof.
What?
What the hell? You got to figure.
Well, normally people aren't that ridiculous, right?
Yeah, that whole thing was ridiculous.
So there's just
normally people aren't that ridiculous. Really?
I have good guests normally.
Oh no, I only have antagonistic assholes.
Man, I'll tell you though, PPP and Zoom made Shane look good. I hate to admit it, but Shane came off more agreeable and likable than either of those guys ever did.
I don't think.
What were those PPP and Zoom? You look like fucking idiots. You got ass fucked by me. Fuck you. How about that? You'll never appear on Nick's stream again and have any kind of clout ever because you look like dicks. That's what happened.
That was it was a weird avenue to take, in my opinion, for both of them. Very weird. Senator Funstein says PPP1 onlyfurries.com.
Wow.
No one important says, oh yeah, this stream is going up there with Shane, Conversations, Mad Black, and Perfection. Cal Clay says, Nick, can I get permission to re-edit this with Oprah, Maury, Dr. Phil, and monetize this Comedy Central masterpiece? Is there a femdom who will keep him quiet? I tend to, people want to clip my show or whatever, I tend to say, sure. Andrew War Snowboard says, your admin's your mods, but it's not your show. Yeah, I guess. Drag, I think I know what you mean. It's just late. Dragnos says, I'll give you $5 if you consider making this PPP guy go away. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of mass to move for $5, buddy. Nivok the Orc says, who is PPP and his boyfriend? What is happening? What was with the dude in the background? That was weird.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's his roommate. He's kind of like his hype guy. When he's not screaming autistically, he's fucking trying to like hype PPP and his fucking shit.
Like Jabba the Hutt. He had that little guy, that little Greeman.
Yeah. Basically, it's the same thing.
Who could forget? That was great.
Jeff the Gamer says PPP the Shane 2.0. Ransu says, is porn the same as cheating? Women tell me it is.
It is not.
No.
Women only say it's cheating because it's cheating to a woman means depriving her of ATM, attention time, or money, right? So if a guy's sitting there watching porn,
not the ATM.
You better not be thinking to ask him out.
What are you talking about? I was talking about the money machine.
Okay, or that.
Wrong with you?
Hey, look, man, Dick had asses on his mind earlier. Lots of butthole talk.
I have asses on my mind all the time.
Beautiful.
Synac 8 says, DSP files for bankruptcy. COVID-19 came in and shut down the world. DSP wins. Chrono slows down. Is God a DSP fan? I think he is. I'm convinced that DSP is unstoppable. Cal Clay says, who is this stupid baby? Who's PPP besides an idiot? I don't know. Car just says, lol, I'm dying. Drex is dying. This is hilarious. John Stossel says, I don't love the drama, but the drama loves me. Mr. Leon says, wow, here's $5, Nick, since this is clearly demonetized now. Some guy said, I feel so bad for Drexel. Also, PPP is a spurg. No unimportant Drex, quote, I swear these white folk. Jason Diaz says this PPP is a little twerp. Chad King says I'm a PPP fan, but at least Nick had him on, unlike anyone else. I would add him on for a full show if you guys weren't so weird. Demanded him on today. Cal Clay says was Masters.
Yeah, it sucked, and he sounded like a retarded asshole.
Cal Clay says was Masters married to PPP? Am I watching The Ref?
God, it felt that way, didn't it?
It was a mess.
Screamed at by your ex-wife for an hour.
Bad Dragonite says PPP seemed like a moral fig filled with impotent rage. Gotcha Son says PPP in lots of quotes wins. Lissa says shit show. Carbonite says thanks to Equifax, everyone's social security number has been leaked. Why would it matter if a small-faced Mexa-Jew had it? PPP is cringe. Cerberus2185 says first super chat. Hey, thanks, buddy. Who is this Canadian moron? Also, how is Drex not dying of laughter?
I just dying of laughter at Buddy Love saying DSP is playing the game of life on baby mode. That is epic. Oh shit. Yeah, all you can, like I said, when you see buffoonery, all you can do is just sit back and, like I said, I don't engage with that. That's why I was saying you
didn't even really chuckle.
Well,
you were stone faced.
It was so ridiculous.
Greatest poker hand in history.
I did have a great
cringing on the inside is what was happening.
Yeah, right. It was so bad, man. It was just a total shit show.
What was the worst part?
Yeah. He when he first entered, when he just came in with all the profanity, and I'm just thinking like, oh, gee, one of these guys, and they just kept interrupting. I'm like, oh, here it is, and I knew what it was gonna be. I'm like, yeah, let me just kick back because this guy, man. Ugh.
Mike Testa says he's much worse than Mad Black, also projecting much. Cal Clay says perpetual puss C princess PPP must be ADBL. No, I don't know what it is. Onibushi Kabuto says I just got here and saw Drex got excited, but people are arguing. What the hell did I miss? Oh, just got here and saw Drex and got excited. Not Drex got excited.
Oh,
you were not excited. IT Weeb says this fat slope-headed F slur was the big brain that was going to just destroy the F out of us. Does he have a bunch of ironic fans or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
basically, he kind of
pumped again.
He kind of hitched his wagon to a bunch of other people that hated Ralph, and so his entire fan base consists of people that just hate Ralph.
Ugh. Afro Man John says Day of the Rake is now. Cal Clay says raises blood pressure and victim status to SJW. Nivok the Orc says why does PPP confuse Nick? Why won't PPP let people answer his questions? I don't like this loud caustic person. Perception Check says PPP is so much like Diogenes except dumber.
He made Diogenes look good. In fact, Jesse's appearance on the kill stream was so bad we actually upgraded Diogenes from being some guy to actually being Diogenes again.
That's just because Dick ordered you to with all of your social security numbers. You Like Anime 1 says he purposely choose Google Hangouts just to do that. Okay. Are you talking about me? Or someone else? I don't know at this point. Cal Clay says, tell me where PP is. PPP is, I'm in Alberta, fight me PPP. Nivok Orc says, PPP can't tell the difference between Nick and Masterson. That was getting frustrating.
Yeah, that was something.
Forever Cursed Phoenix Lord says, Nick, could we get a how embarrassing for this loser that desperately wants to be seen as clever? I mean, I guess. How embarrassing.
Nick, something just hit me.
Huh.
That was some cosmic karma shit that just happened to me.
Why?
Because he couldn't tell the difference between you and Dick.
Yeah.
Earlier today, my brother couldn't tell the difference between you and me.
That's right.
That was ridiculous.
I cannot. I was dying.
Oh, it was bad.
His brother calls his phone and just hands it to me. So I pick up. I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he bought it. Like he was.
Lady Rackets was like, is he serious?
Like telling me the sandwich he wants you to bring home.
You picked up and you say, hey, what's up? Like that?
I was just like, yeah, what?
Oh my
I
god.
figured he'd know immediately that it was me.
Nope.
Yeah.
Afro Man John
My
says, I don't.
sister does that all the time. She tries to imitate her mom. She's like, "Oh, hi, son." Like every like, I fucking know it's you. Hang up, you bitch.
Alvin John 1 says, I don't know who this PPP is, but I'm sure he's the male feminist type person who tweets 700 times a day and tries to get people canceled. Some nobody says, who let this gay, lesbian Democrat on the show, though?
Ouch.
The Coke Master says, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, got him. That's
Oh.
it.
Coke Master says, PPP thinks Dick's talking when it's Nick. Ooh. Kotaru Inu 510 says, dude was pulling punk tactics, small PPP. AWOL says, this Canadian communist PPP is why Alberta is separating. Israel De Leon says, I seriously think PPP was molested as a child. His voice is a tell. Cody Byer says, haha, I don't feel bad for that one time I lost my shit on your stream anymore. Oh, Cody, don't ever feel bad for that, buddy. I'm still a supporter. John Stossel says, if you're shorter than Taylor Swift, you might be a... Brian Farrer says, first super chat, Nick. Hey, thanks. Nick, this guy is embarrassing. Brendan Davis says, Nick supports free speech, but Zoom keyed Ralph's car.
That wasn't, and I gotta issue a quick correction here because that wasn't actually Zoom. He took credit for it because that's what he does. He likes to make himself seem like this like internet badass, internet tough guy like Tonka. But no, it wasn't actually Zoom. It was one of Zoom's autistic hangers-on that did it. Spray painted Ralph's car too, by the way.
I still don't know why I'm supposed to care that someone else did that to Ralph. Like, I mean, I don't want people to do that to anybody, but I don't know why I'm responsible for that in any way.
Well, don't you know, because you talk to Ralph and are on his show and associated shows, that automatically makes you 100% responsible for anything that happens in the Ralphiverse or whatever the fuck it is.
I mean, if Ralph told me someone
Dunterverse.
did that to his car, I'd say that sucks. Like,
yeah,
because it does. But Vladimir Ivanovich says, Lard Ass Brigade lost. Dick is the winner.
You're goddamn right.
Sin7 Cal says, you're talking to a man with a genius verbal IQ. You're right, and I have to keep that in mind. Some guy 001 says, I feel so bad for Drexel. PPP is a giant spurg. Matt Field says, hey Drex, let's go get blasted on hookers and blow. Tyler says, PPP has Pepe Silva red yarn on his wall. I don't know what that is. Lazy Soul Reaper says, the amount of brain
Always
cells...
Sunny reference.
It was what?
It was an Always Sunny reference.
Oh, I've never watched it.
Heard of the show.
Well, everybody tells me I have to watch it for Charlie because of the bird law stuff. And I'm like, don't tell me to watch a show. I never will.
Of course.
Lazy Soul Reaper says, the amount of brain cells lost tonight thanks to this is astronomical. Nick, your mods better be getting paid overtime for their work or at all. Lol. Checks in the mail. Pokemon's Master says, PPP wins chromosome reduction surgery. Bad Dragon Knight says, PPP champ bench sitter if the bench could hold him. Sans Calibri says, PPP just say your side of the story, don't argue. Immune to not arguing. Daka Babo says, Drex, I got a prime candidate for your simp school. Please slap the soy out of him, and if you Minecraft him in the process, no harm, no foul.
Damn.
Admiral Spoor says, something fishy that's not the same as I know for a fact there's a cover-up. Did you catch on to that? I still don't think he understands the distinction between those things. John Who says, Darwin must be rolling in his box with PPP. Zinch says, okay, this guy is dumb. Also, Ralph gets more viewers on D Live and has no control over Full Blast Forever's channel. This guy is just a sped. Comes and Goes says, past behavior pattern. IT Weeb says, no, I'll give it to Jesse. Compared to PPP Hat, he definitely won. Or, well, it's PP Fat. PHA. Fallen Prophecy says, on that particular stream, D Live had 1,000 viewers and YouTube had 300. Orochi Taco says, worst part of this is that it's a random chat guest allowed to talk with you, Drex, and even Dick, and they abuse the hell out of it. How embarrassing. Though Drex trying not to lose it, laughing is priceless. You need a cuck mask for this episode.
Oh, yeah, I should have.
Matt Fields says Rekieta Law Full Blast 2 has the episode up. So he's wrong about
that's
it.
That's a good point. Yeah, fucking Full Blast put it on his backup channel because Sam Tripoli called in and said more F words than PPP did tonight. So Full Blast, whenever somebody comes on the show and does that, Full Blast takes down the restream and puts it on his backup channel. So in case he gets a strike on his backup channel, he can still do the restreams on his main channel. Also, DLive deletes Ralph's streams after 3 days. That was such a retarded argument.
Why? Why does DLive do that?
Because Ralph's no longer a partner because he dropped an in-bomb arguing with Vaush on the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, no.
So they took away his verified partner. But like Dick said, the episode is up on the Zencast, so it's on Spotify, Apple, whatever. It's up on BitChute. It's there. It's available. Nobody tried to hide it. It was such a stupid argument. It was a weird sort of like, and this is kind of one of the things they do. They like to like tell a lie, and then they get all of their like autistic followers, all 20 of them, to tell the same lie. And the idea is if you tell a lie fast enough and strong enough, everybody will begin to believe it. And you'll notice that they do this with a lot of stuff. They like to just make shit up and throw it out there because if there's enough people that hate a certain person, they'll just automatically believe it because, oh, fuck that Ralph guy.
Yep.
Okay. Cal Clay says PPP is Charlie Sheen's 3,000-pound twin. Hashtag winning. Not Sadek says PPP was cucked by reality harder than I was cucked by my ex.
Damn. That's fucked up.
Apex Audis says sorry Drexel. Mike Testa says get on with it, you waste of human sperm cells. Solemn says first super chat, Nick. Hey, thanks. Holy shit, I think I would rather listen to Toye than this PPP tard. Poor Drex is just dying over here like this is Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, damn.
Comes and goes. Says PPP takes a moral position saying that you don't care about Ralph, then later calls Ralph stupid and chides y'all for not thinking the same. Gotcha Son says don't bully PPP, he needs help. Eric Salad says update post disaster. I hope there's another Dick Masterson Drex stream that doesn't involve a dumb troll job like this. Me too.
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be long.
Well, I'll try not to fuck more chicks.
Took a sabbatical.
Vladimir.
That's the problem. I'm getting Harvey Weinsteined over here.
Right.
Vladimir.
I'm so jealous. Go ahead.
Well, why didn't you put them in more movies? Why didn't you promise Ashley Judd an Oscar?
I did, but I can't show those movies, Nick.
Vladimir Ivanovich says, can Dick sue fat ass for defamation for this spaghetti? No, not. Frederick Little says, Drex is the MVP of the stream tonight. His patience during this idiot's yelling and rambling is truly amazing.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Cal Clay says, Nick, can we get PPP versus Milo Yiannopoulos, please? Mike Tessa says, did he break? He said Dick no 3 times. Anonymity says, PPP should talk some more. Stop it. Hirochi Taco says, so Shane, PPP, and Mars Girl walk into a bar. Ugh.
Right.
Singe says, yes, he has extorted people. Who did he do this to? I can't disclose this information. Are you serious? Screw yourself, PPP. Lying by implication, right?
Yep.
Unless he produces eventually the person. So, Dick, that's the real question. Who did you withhold money from, Dick? Who did you threaten?
Everyone.
Well, as your lawyer, I can't confirm. Nexy says, I like turtles. Also, watch me come in potato hot. Some guy says, PvP is regularly confusing Nick with Dick. Schizo. Mike Tessa says, that's such a cop-out answer. I can't tell you. Yes. Fluffy Ted says, too bad bitching doesn't burn calories. Oni Burton says, if we had another biblical flood, the lard of PPP would sink the ark. John Smith says, Dick won't answer important financial information. Why won't you? Dick, why don't you start just listing all of the social security numbers that you have right now with the names attached?
I don't know what they want. Like, so you have this information? Yes, I do. Well, can you explain that you do have that information? Yes, I can, and I do.
See, they're all blaming Dick for this, but what they don't understand is that I'm really the puppet master behind New Project 2. I'm gathering up everybody's information like Cinch. I'm like 12 steps ahead of everybody.
Like Dick could possibly code anything anyway. We all know Gator did it. DCV Titan
I
says,
forced him to. I got Dick's.
Pass out. I got to get out of here.
yeah, later,
All right,
buddy.
Dick, have a good one.
Thanks for
We
hanging
need
out.
to get out of it.
What
are we at?
working on it.
5.5?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's not good.
We're epic.
Catch you later, man. DCV Titan says, this guy is clinically mentally deficient. Noodle Knight, why do these Bible bro alpha LARPers always argue like women? Anyway, Nick, Dick, and Drexel, love you guys. Drexel, your reactions are the best part. Toasting a glass of Jameson to you guys. Cheers.
Oh, look.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for doing something.
Oh,
That was helpful.
Thanks for that.
Ransu says, Nick's face was a clown mask 58 minutes into the stream.
Yeah, I like that. I saw that too.
That was from Felipe Move, I believe. That's the Streamlabs. Leo Breaker says, I genuinely feel like I've lost brain cells since this idiot came on. Jose Vega says, Jesus Christ, Nick, this guy is hella cringe. These are still during the PPP.
That is so
I better strap in, Nick. You've got a long road to go.
Cal Larkin says,
my
Nick, you have the
back.
patience of a saint. Here's $5. Get, god dang, man. I need liquor to listen along. You and me both, but I couldn't drink anymore. Car just says, it's hilarious how this dude parrots Monica and Ron. I got lots of proof, but I'm not showing it yet. Why are people this stupid?
Right?
Cal Clay says, Masterson PPP is like Vaush and Sargon debate. Jesus, PPP is like a combination of Shane and Ron, the worst of both worlds. I literally want to Minecraft myself. That guy has low self-esteem issues. Red Pill Journey says, bruh, Nick, never again. BTL Video Productions, get him off. He has no point. Cesario Acosta says, Nick sounds like Masterson, apparently. I'll take it. Take it. Aleli says, the no camera definitely a troll with low verbal IQ can't answer the question of the person asking.
I
Ransu
love
says,
how within the first 5 seconds of him hopping on, he immediately turned his camera off.
Yeah, I caught that. I caught that.
He was streaming he was live streaming on his own show with the camera on before this. So that's why he had it on, I guess. Which is weird because when you join Hangouts, it usually requires you to take over your camera. I don't know how that happened, but whatever. Ransu says, why is no one talking about when Jesse says, you're Dick Masterson, you can get any woman you want? My favorite part of the kill stream. I don't know why no one's talking about that. Comes and Goes says, you know it's alpha, seething over e-celebs and not producing evidence to accusations, also not staying on topic. The last one is alpha as fug. Nivok Orc says, Fedora tipping gentleman, this has to be a troll. All-Star Apologist says, Nick, please boot this salad-dodging lard factory.
Damn. Damn.
Excitable Boy says, you can't impregnate a body pillow is why. Oof.
Ouch.
I wonder
Ryan
what
Farrer.
he named his Daki Makara.
My donkey has a first name. It's M-A-Q-U-R. Never mind. Brian Farrer says, Nick, just change your name to Dick to help make this conversation less embarrassing already. Yeah, I know. Bow of Blade says, who is worse having on, PPP or Shoe Eater Shane? I mean, I think PPP, man. Chat made a mistake for suggestion to bring this guy on. Drexel silent through madness is astounding. Shadow Golf says, I hate to say this, but Drexel, that man deserves to be C. I don't know what it was going to say. It just says, I hate to say this, but Drexel, that man deserves to be C.
Maybe cooked?
A, B.
B.
Stooge Muffin Stuffin says, PPP is scared of Nick. I guess. I don't know. Why would he be? Anonymity T says, so does PPP have blue hair? No. Figget Tree says, my brain's been replaying some of my worst moments over and over again nonstop until I saw this stream. I'm so relieved I'm not this guy. Thank you, Nick. You're welcome. Aleli says, love how Drex playing cool while the troll raging. Agnes Borson says, sorry, Nick, I can't take this tism anymore. I'm out. Sorry, buddy. Literal Gamer says, I'm so sad to be a Canadian with him being one. Evan Rogers says, MGTOW has been reduced to a fat incel who can't find his stars, who preaches about the virtue of Jesus while screaming slurs and judging others. Carnicle, that's why I don't bother with, by the way. It's too easy to get caught up in your own mess.
Yeah.
Carnicle Blackburn says, all right, I got to tap out for tonight. I'll watch the rest of this tomorrow. This guy makes us Christians look so bad. Sweet merciful Christ. Doughboy Danny says, PPP is Gamma, a secret king. Just Google the term. Thanks for the show, Nick, Drexel, and Dick. I spend this entire show making a wallet. Icy Mind says, this fat fake is literally offended by everything. Oatlord says, Ralph got to be like, whew, after this appearance. Vladimir Ivanovich says, this is for the diversity hire. Free Drex now.
Wow.
No one important says, Drex be Django now. Lol. BTL says, get him off. Steven Alvarez says, Shane Holmberg versus PPP. Who is the best autist? Shane's better. Brett Salisbury says, griff me, daddy. I would rather talk to Shane than that. Like, not even joking.
Yeah, it was awful.
Next, he says, so special he can't tell between Nick and Dick. Gotcha Son says, every chat gets read, everyone, as this is showing. All of them. Ryan79 says, the autism is strong with this one. Black Platypus says, I'm a Mexican landscaper that listens to Dick and Nick.
Wow.
Awesome. Oren says, hey, PPP, how much lard do you stuff in your Hot Pockets? And does the 16-year-old kidnap victim in the background feed them to you, or does he stay chained to the radiator?
Yeah.
Jesus, going in hard there.
Brian Farr says, is he complaining you can't kick him now? I don't know. Like, if you want to leave, just go. Just go. I'll ask. I don't care.
Well, it's the Tonka Saw thing, right? If you don't leave before you've been able to declare victory, or you don't goad them into kicking you off, then you have to stay. That was the most awkward thing in the world.
That was a big thing. Like, so I won, right? And it's like, sure.
You win all day. You want to win like that? You can win like that whenever, I guess. I don't care. Smiles to Cat says, please use this to treat Drex to some purple drank. He looks dead inside from the communist plantation owner Jesus PPP. Christian Sommer says, show is crazy. Want to say hey to Drex and Dick. Also, Nick, did you get my first super chat? Yes. Brian Farrer says Drex clearly won that. Evan Rogers says, I don't remember the part in the Bible where Jesus told all the bleep to bleeps his bleep. Keck7Go says, I want to apologize to Fatty Catty. I did not know. Orochi Taco says, Drex came in here like Jerry Springer at the end of an episode. Drex wins. That was nice. It's time for Springer time. What was that called? Jerry
Talks or something. Jerry Talks, I think.
It was something like that.
Yeah, he was just kind of coming after all the debris was gone.
Look,
he'd just be like,
we've had 4 people with concussions today getting hit by chairs. But what's really important is that we still don't know if Jared is a boy or a girl.
Right.
And that's really the heart of the matter. The final thoughts. Final thoughts.
That's what it is.
Jeff the Gamer says, I'm 27, a virgin, and I just want to say this guy does represent how we all are. Just want to put that out there. Wait, does or does not? Jeff, it says does, but I have to think you mean does not. But it's kind of funny with does, so we'll take it. Patrick H says Drex is the winner. Antoid says, you can tell Drexel is a token hire because Nick doesn't care about the super chats covering his face. Yeah, get wrecked.
Wow.
Mr. James in Bloggington. PPP is acronym for Pearly Penile Papules for Real. Kato Sierra says, best show you've done in months. Get more spurgs. This is so exhausting. Onibushi Kabuto says, holy shit, I was playing Animal Crossing when this argument happened. Background noise while I'm fishing.
Damn.
Ransu says, PPP needs to forgive his mama. DCV Titan says, Biden wants economic intercourse. Pargis says, holy poop, 400 pounds of insecurity exploding live for all of us to see. Way to go, Drex. Silence is the only answer.
Always.
Tev's Dead says, it's been a long time since I've seen such entertaining insanity. Thank you, fellas. BTL Video Production says, sorry about the spam earlier. You're fine, pal. Chad King says, male feminist tactics. Got it. Bolitas 2001 says, hey, Nick, who do you think owned you more, PPP tonight or DSP today? Me. I'm always the one who owns me the worst. Like, you've got to be your own worst enemy, right?
Of course. It's a given.
Yeah. Alele says, no camera guy was a rude snowflake, low IQ biatch. Love the show, Nick, Drexel, and Dick. Hey, thank you. Baby Metal Rock says, PPP is a whale. Hamster Eater. True dad patience. Not kicking after gamer word number 3. I was trying. When Dave94 says, when will live chat with Drex while playing SSBU? Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. That Smash on Switch?
Switch, yep.
As soon as I finally get a capture card. Cal Clay says, PPP is straight from 40K. He is only war. Sarayo says, Me Too and SJW ruin a lot of good stuff in movies and games nowadays. I miss the 90s of the show. Me too, buddy. Except for Rambo. Oh,
you talking about the new one?
Yeah, he says, I miss the 90s. I'm happy that the new Rambo exists. Because that collarbone is one of the brutalest things.
Yeah. If you guys didn't see the last Rambo, Rambo Last Blood, that collarbone scene, man, damn.
It's a mess. Dyslexia I have says PvP sounds like a metrosexual Jordan Peterson. Tom's Festival says, thank you very much, Drexel, Dick, and Rick. Good job. Thanks. Vin Vulpus says, here, have some of my dirty furry art money just to spite that guy who can't see his PPP. I'll take furry art money. Yeah. Furry art money, that's real money. I mean, that is. Furries pay good money for their own. Mike Testa says, there's a video where Razor allegedly abused Eve. Okay. Who's like Razor Fist?
I think they're talking about Razor Fist. And I remember we played a video on the kill streamer. He was like screaming at his ex-girlfriend. But, I have no love lost for Razor Fist. He blocked me for retweeting Nick Fuentes making fun of Ian Miles Chong and all those losers. But I'm pretty sure he didn't actually abuse his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Imagine getting blocked by Razor Fist. Sucker. RoboNext666 says Mexico 1, Canada 0. Damn. E-Man to Manny says, Dick, get 80s girl to make an OnlyFans, but the pic should be only your pics of your feet. That would make everybody else super simps.
Wow.
Cal Clay, Sargon remonetized if he gave Jess Phillips the D. Don't do it, Sargon. No one important says, I agree with Drex. Nick, you just got to ignore that low-hanging fruit, man, no matter how tempting it is. Shadows King 101. For the Angry Baneling Soylent Fund. Oh, my goodness. Matt Field says, PvP is part of the gay op Donga crew. Ransu says, Drexel is wrong to not insult people in an argument in this case because this is an entertainment product and insulting PvP was entertaining.
It was more annoying than anything.
In a way, I agree with you.
That guy, ugh.
Dyslexia I have says, Masterson looks like someone who became a yoga instructor to chase women instead of going to college and is now 15 years past their prime and sad. Wow. Captain Kerfuffle says, so we all agree Drexel won, right? I do.
Absolutely.
Super Black Cat 13 says, Nick, never again, please. The constant spurging was low-key annoying. Low-key?
Low-key. Damn. Really?
High-key annoying, buddy.
Yeah, ugh.
Cephius Crescent says, my ears are still bleeding from PvP. Please never have him on again. He is a flaming pile of garbage. L. Wolf says, I'm with Drex on Dick interjecting, causing it to drag out, but PvP gave me a migraine. Glad he's gone. We're getting there. Ransu says, in the 90s, Nick and Drexel were the Super Smash Brothers. Cerberus, the second chat, I guess. I have a shot for Drex's mental health. Poor dude. Shadow Golf says, Nick, I can't give you any donos because you drink. Damn. Sorry, buddy. Rogue says, 2 Spurgs in 1 stream. Good Lord, the autism radiating from this stream is astonishing. They ask a question, get response only to ask again. Stone Mexican guy says, Ricardo, please stop claiming you're Mexican. We disavow you. Mike Testa said, Drex, I feel like we went from one oven to the other.
Or less.
Owl Fiend. No bad tactics, only bad targets. Zoom 5820. No one important says, I hope all the YouTubers like Hero Hey, Yellow Flash 2, and even Jeremy Prime covers this in the news tomorrow because we need to send the dogs on Zoom and PvP. No, you don't need to send the dogs on anybody ever. Angry Baneling says, private and re-upload with edits, Nick. The chat screen captured the docs, couldn't delete in time. I'm probably going to have to, and it's going to be really flipping annoying. Oh, damn it. 26 Jaeger. I didn't see this one earlier. Watch Clone Wars in chronological order with your kids. We are. Also, bring Gator on since he asked. He's on.
Yeah,
it's
here.
me.
He can educate you on how Zoom's a kitty fiddler. Appreciate all your comfy streams, Nick. Thanks. Noodle Knight says, Zoom, another pseudo-moral fig alpha LARPer with a lispy lady voice, trying to educate on how to be a Chad. He's always been a private pile. No one important says, funny how the guy who rails girls for a living is the moral pillar right now. They're talking about you.
That's how
I think.
embarrassing these guys are.
Is that
He's
me?
the moral,
Like,
he's the moral pillar.
yeah. I'm kind of like, is that what they're getting at? Not that lean back.
Nice.
You always expect this out here, and it just kind of.
Okay, we've got to see. Okay, I got to get back to these things.
Oh my God, you're killing me! I gotta use the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
Oh my God, you're dying. Look, if I go to the bathroom, I'm not coming back. I'm gonna jump and roll over.
Then hold it. Okay, here we are. Oh, YouTube. There were so many super chats that YouTube broke. So I have to go back and forth between different windows to chat.
Oh, Jesus.
But I think we're getting there. BZ says, good job, bring Zoom. Good job, English, you. You have zero self-awareness. I have plenty of self-awareness. What? Damn it. Stupid window. All right. Kyle Robertson. I took Zoom at his word that he was just going to do the, like have a couple questions for Dick. That's all. Sorry I had faith in someone. Kyle Robertson says, do PPP and Zoom think they're making anyone other than themselves look like morons? What even are they? They do. That's a sad thing. Sean Tillman says, Drexel justified tonight. Always listen to Drex. Evan Rogers says, these self-righteous a-holes who have skeletons in closets screeching about virtue. Zoom, PPP, there's a special place in hell for people like you. Tubster says, has Drex canceled his Last of Us 2 Scissoring Edition pre-order?
Fuck that game.
Can someone pay tribute to a photo of Neil Druckmann pulling open mouth soy face? Gross.
Damn.
Evan Rogers says, did they even hear the words, let he who is without the sin cast the first stone? Every stone they throw will be returned 100-fold. Can we get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. Rancy says, PPP is a low IQ bookkeeper on the Digibro neuro mapping chart. Vladimir M. Ivanovich says, can't wait for Drex's channel. Don't be like Zoom.
Oh, God.
Robonex says, this stream fed my misanthropy. Irahara 454 says, rules, without them, we live with the animals. Scott Green's message was deleted by Spectre. I think there was an address in that. Spectre said. Ransu says, PPP made a video about winning tonight, stating that all that happened was that he was insulted. Maybe Drexel was right after all. If you thought he was going to do anything other than go claim victory on his show, like, that's of course what he's going to do. He should do that. He should. He won. He got what he wanted. Delth Walker says, Drexel, did you see the meme yet, mate? I don't know. I will show him after the show. Reek says, don't bring Jesse's little helper. She'll never come first. Don't bang Jesse's little helper. She'll never come first. Clever. Cal Clay says, Jay and Silent Bob method. Show up IRL and punish them. No. Don't show up IRL.
Right.
Ransu says, if Masterson and Nick DBZ fused, it'd make Drexel. Edward Rivman says, hey, Drex, so my friend tells me I'm simping because I'm a member of a fan club for an all-female metal band. But he only tells me this after I call him out for paying for OnlyFans. Your thoughts?
Okay, if you pay for OnlyFans, you're a fucking lame simp. Can't do it.
VZ
Not
says,
once, never.
Literally
pay
never.
a thought. VZ says, zero self-awareness. You let a doxer on 20 minutes ago. I mean, I guess. I didn't think he would.
Oh my God, I wish you were a speed reader right.
Gogger's Death
My
Rattle.
back is killing me.
Gogger's Death Rattle says, Dick, make an API for a new project too, so we don't have to hassle people to geet perks on Discord already. Yeah, I think that would be great. Oren says, Zoom talks really well for a guy who has a clock lodged in his throat. Kudos to that pedo. Lucian says, you UBUD, eat, drink, and be merry. Anime Moon says, it was 13 years ago when I was 21, Drex. True SSJ Havoc says, Kid Goku from Dragon Ball in the 80s. One of the gags Toriyama had, since Goku couldn't tell the difference from boys to girls, he used to pat girls on the crotch to tell their gender. VZ says, Gator was kicking people off of Discord. Check the farms. Gator, were you
if you say
kicking
something
people?
retarded in the Discord, yeah, of course I'm going to kick you.
Damn. Did you say that you wouldn't kick people out of the Discord?
No, I never promised that. I said that you should create another new Discord account if you're banned and try to call into the show. But nobody's ever smart enough to do that. If you say dumb shit or post doxes, of course you're going to get banned. Just be smarter about it.
Deathwish says, how are you still live? P.S. F word Google. Bloody Thumb says, PvP is Napoleon Dynamite level of potato. Betty loves Ligers as well. Scott Green says, Dick, would you ever steal Bitcoin? I think his answer is going to be yes. Lissa says, the shit show super chat was for reference to PPP yelling over everyone at the moment I chatted it, not in general. I think it applies both, frankly. Romeo Garbo says, I paid a friend of mine $20 to drink ketchup. Disgusting. You got a small PP says, WTF did I miss? Going to have to watch the replay. Strap in. Alman John says, PPP wins batality. Car just says, PPP and Zoom reach new levels of suctitude. Mr. Medicare says, I feel dizzy. Then Mr. Medicare says, Google new project 2 private _audio for Dick's bonus content. Great coding. I doubt that's the real Medicare, but
it's not.
Yeah.
He was giving it in dollary dues, Australian dollars.
Yeah. Lamar 76 Metal says, super late. Spider gay rackets. What did I miss? Too much.
Yeah, you missed things.
Jeff the Gamer says, I meant does not. So he does not represent virgins.
Ouch.
We know, buddy. The Coke Master says, you got a Switch? You play Animal Crossing? Yes? No.
I do not.
I don't. Lady Raggeds played Animal Crossing on the GameCube for like a little bit, and I could never get into it. I hate it. The only thing I liked about it was the real like time change. Like so at night it was nighttime and stuff.
Correct.
Coke Master says, oh wait, no. Deathwish says, Masterson, I still have to send you a video of me burning the alphabet of manliness. Do it. Geld Walker says, show him now. I want a reaction, Boomer Boy. It is so hard for me to get. Damn it. Just a second. I'm gonna do this on my phone for you.
Wait, what are you doing? Oh, gee, that pop.
I gotta show you. Oh my God, my DMs are destroyed.
Dude,
Oh God, I bet they're fantastic. Mine were pretty bad too.
Is your back destroyed, Drexel?
Ugh.
Hold on,
I knew I shouldn't have played that game.
That's what you get. Okay.
I think I'm gonna pull the muscle, honestly.
Here's the meme. You, me, and Keon.
Oh God. That is just look how Keon's face is. I mean, it just oh my God. I love that guy.
That's true. That's the truest story. There you go, Gelb. Romeo Garbo says, I'm back from the bathroom. How's it going, Drex?
Going well, except for all that fuckery earlier.
Super chats are done. Justice chats.
Whoa, oh my God.
I'm sorry.
I hate
time,
everybody. I'm
in.
gonna leave and use the bathroom. That I almost peed my pants like the last hour, sitting here just dying. I thought you were gonna get finished with the chats.
It's never happening.
Oh my God. Well, look, Gator, it was great meeting you. Chat. I'm about to go and take a leak and then literally roll over straight into bed. Fucking, you ruined my whole night.
Mine too, man.
Oh my God, guy's lame. But yeah, good night, chat. We'll catch you next time then. Might be a couple weeks.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
Maybe I'll get Dick on and we can actually just have a regular show.
Yeah, a real show, not dealing with these idiots. So yep, peace everybody. We'll talk to you. Let me go. Oh, Nick, this is gonna be the best.
Okay, your camera. No, that was my camera. No, let me bring my camera back. I'm trying to get rid of yours. There we go. Oh, jeez. Whew. How's it going, Gator?
How's it going, Nick?
I'm tired, man.
I imagine you just read like 400 super chats.
I have to read a bunch more. I hope you're in for the long haul, buddy. Changus Khan says,
sure.
So shall we call you LA-based cuck or Dick Master Simp? Damn it! That was a good one.
Oh, that would have been a good one. I wish you were still here.
Jay Caesar says, the Gunt hungers. You look tasty, Nick. No! Always avoid it. Xander Zoran says, Nick, your comb Drex story remind me one time my Drex friend told me to come over and decided he would take a 2-hour shower when I just wait for him. His roommate came home later and rebuked him. Also, Mr. Masterson, what do you think of Final Fantasy VII Remake and did DS work? Damn it. All these chats for Dick are going to be lost. Sorry. Books Games Pottery says, hey, Nick, love the bottle collection on the bookshelf. I've been loving your shorter pre-recorded videos. Please finish your defamation series now, lol. Yeah, I have to revisit. Crusader Saracen says, did you see the Twitter hot take from the girl complaining about men being too loyal to each other as friends and not outgrowing each other as time goes on? Why is it that women can't seem to understand true, solid, lasting friendships like men can? I think the answer to that is that we don't build relationships in the same way. We're different people. And that's kind of an okay thing, and it's probably got some really smart reason behind it, but you don't need to know the smart reason of why. You just need to know that. Mercenary X says, finally got my Trump bucks, so here's a few for you. Thanks. Always, all these things with the cops, judges, mayors, and governors have one problem. Section 242 of Title 18 makes it a crime for a person acting under the color of any law to willingly deprive us of our rights. Yes. Mercenary X says, and Trump made it clear that if anyone violates 242, that he will drop the hammer on these people. Man is a genius to let these crazy idiots to cut loose. If they don't get voted out, he's going to Rambo with the federal law on them. It will be glorious to see. Genghis Khan says, good Lord, why is the chat obsessed with this PPP, with if this PPP won or not? Don't know.
Well, it's because it's all of his cringy fans that are in the chat. Like, they think if they spam that he won, that he actually won.
Yeah. Malik Foxon says, restaurants reopened on the 5th in Austin. Bars are set to reopen on the 19th for clarification. Thank you, buddy. Simpin for Truth says, Dick, I am so ashamed of you for getting laid. It has ruined my very high opinion of you. I now have to find another internet hero to fillet in order to make me feel like my dick isn't smaller than Lemoyne's breath capacity. Sorry, buddy. Rip. Books Games Pottery says,
canceled.
Drexel's hat is blending into the wall so much it looks like his head is flat. So creepy. You can't unsee it now. You're welcome. Also, I wanted an excuse to give you more money. Stop it. And then Book says, Nick, this guy is terrible. Kick him. I would lose a foot. All-Star Apologist says, Nick, kick this stoner. Please, Jesus Christ, I can't take this. Genghis Khan says, Drex's face while PPP is spurting out is the best reaction. Lol. Malik Foxon says, Drexel doesn't have shit to say to this dude. I love it. Enter the name here. Bohemian says, yay. You didn't say we'll have a cuck calling in today, Nick. I didn't know. I didn't know it was going to happen. Mercenaries says, best part of 242 that I like is the punishment. Don't you agree? Also, my first strip club I went to was Pacers off Midway next to San Diego Sports Arena, but I was delivering to the DJ his dinner. I don't see the appeal, plus allergic to the smoke. They're a weird place. I don't like them. Yeah, the punishment is great, where people get all their attorney's fees paid for and any damages. Mercenary X says, oh wait, not Matthew Connor says, that boy PPP drank so much laundry soap. Now he's Downy Fresh. The simps of today are the cucks of tomorrow, and nobody's a bigger simp than these fat mongoloids claiming to be red-pilled. The only pill he needs to take are diet pills until the OD in Minecraft.
Damn, fucking got him.
Mercenary X. Oh god, this PPP guy, and I thought I was a loser. I got more girls just doing a delivery job and saw more real boobs than this jackoff. This guy's meltdown was bigger than the Chernobyl. Way more entertaining. I couldn't stop laughing at this projector.
Makes me feel really good about myself. I'm like, God. You know, at the end of the day, I look in the mirror and I'm not him.
At least I'm not that.
Exactly.
Mercenary X. Good lord, this PPP guy's name is Princess Prinny Pingus. But seriously, he thinks he has evidence? Does this guy remind anybody of a worse version of Ron, if that is possible? He did make me feel better about being able to get in heaven. God forgive me. Peter Griffin says, Nick, could you relay a message to Dick and ask that fatso Vito why he thinks Vic is guilty? Thanks. I think Vito actually answered that. Books Games Pottery says, you know what amazes me? This dude actually thinks he's winning or some shit. I wouldn't watch or listen to his content if someone held a gun to my head. Literally nothing to say. What an absolute fucktard. Drexual Healing says, big ups and prayer hands for Drexel. Putting up with this autistic beta cuck shit show called PPP. Get this man an ice cold purple drank stat. Mercenary X says, wow, this guy is fat. Described not only does not have the discipline. Decided. God damn it. Not only does he not have the discipline, but he doesn't have the intelligence. I do grocery shopping for Instacart. According to my Fit Monitor, I average 9 hours worth of walking. At least I'm getting cardio. PPP, cheese Danish. Not Matthew Connor says, I lost 140 pounds out of high school to join the military. This simp talks discipline but can't lose weight. He's full of weakness, soy, autism, lies, lots of food, probably cock. talks about gaslighting, the simp needs to talk to his DR about gastric bypass. Dick's SSN Bandit says, eat shit for life, PPP. Jay says, is that PPP dude Shane Holmberg with a voice changer? No, Shane is way smarter. Dungeon Master says, this PPP guy is about as Christian as Beelzebub. Books Games Pottery says, this guy is making my eggs shrivel up and die just listening to him. Keep far away from me. Peanut Butter Complex on Stallion says, Salad Dodger. Salad Dodger is that's a great insult. It is. Okay. DZV Titan says, this is why you don't let clinically retarded people on the show. Next time chat says to bring someone on, you tell us to fuck off. This guy's just jealous he's not popular and stuck in the basement. Moist John says, Drexel confirmed Nick's slaves. Gonna call him Nick's diversity hire from now on. Oh, damn. SMS says, dude, you need some serious help. Also, PPP is a turbo virgin. Hashtag Dick wins. Ripe Cortex. I don't know if I read this one, but I should have. If I missed it, I'm sorry. He says, first time contributing to your apparently dishonest living. Keep it up, Nick. Very, very dishonest. Everything I do is literally in public, so it's great. DZV Titan says, PPP wins the Spurg Award and will likely win a Darwin Award either going up or down the stairs. Also, maybe we should feel sorry for him because that's probably the most positive human interaction he's had in this decade. Genghis Khan says, does PPP understand sarcasm when he hears it? No.
Nope.
No. Some people don't understand sarcasm or jokes. And I think he might be one of them. Also, let's be honest here. The real winner is Drex. We know. Stooge Muffin says, I think PPP was afraid of Nick. That's why he kept on addressing Dick whenever Nick asked him a question. It was frustrating because I had questions. I wanted
He's
answers.
really obsessed with Dick. He had to have Dick come out of his mouth.
That's weird. Dungeon Master says that PPP guy represented Christianity about as well as the Westboro Baptist Church. Pisses me off when people like him give the rest of us a bad name. Mr. Scott says, what's the next threat after murder hornets, bears with chainsaws, mutated squirrel tigers, or man-bear pigs? Mutated squirrel tigers. Joe Exotic and Jeff Lowe are going to combine their forces and create that. Mr. Scott says, Dick, Drex, Nick, if you were comic book villains, what superpower and or shtick be? P.S. Who has the best evil laugh? Since they're gone, I do. And what would your evil superpower be, Gator?
Oh, God. It would be the power to telepathically... Think about how to word this. I'd basically make people say exactly what was on their mind at the worst possible time.
Well,
so like you're in the middle of like a job interview,
yeah,
and you're trying to get the big job, and they're just like, oh my god, this guy is such a pain in my ass. Oh shit.
Yeah,
you know? It'd be a great evil.
I bet you eat cock. What did you say? Be great. Mine. I don't know what mine would be. I'll borrow one from someone I saw. I don't remember his name, but his superpower is literally to find the weak point in anything and destroy it in one hit. It was great. That guy was awesome. I don't remember his name.
He was an Inhuman. Fuck, what was his name?
Someone asked in the while you think about that. Someone asked in the chat, didn't PPP warn you not to have Zoom on?
Karnak. It was Karnak.
Karnak. Awesome. I don't know if PPP warned me not to have Zoom on. He said he didn't really, want to have Zoom on, but he was also retarded. So I'm not going to take advice from him. I wouldn't take advice from him on anything. Genghis Khan says, last chat of the night. Dick, futa with or without balls. Oh man. What are you on? Where are you on the balls question, Gator?
No futa at all. That is degeneracy.
Look, you have to have futa, so balls or no balls?
Absolutely no balls.
Okay, no balls. Damn. Sigma Zero says Drex is right. PvP is just a boring sped. The real losers are the audience who would have got to see Rekieta, Drexel, and Dick having a cool conversation on their level instead of validating this Gamma Male's secret king delusions for an hour. I agree. I think that he wasted everybody's time, and that's probably my fault. I'll have to take the blame. So Knight of Hope X says, Drex, you can only rope-a-dope a person who is capable of some level of self-reflection. The internet is full of people like PvP who aren't capable of that. They're low IQ, mentally deranged, autistic, etc. Making fun of them is all you can do sometimes. Bad Dragonites. Obviously, Nick isn't white enough. That's why Ralph got the NP2 corporate email and he didn't. Malik Foxon says, Zoom, big question is the alcoholism actually destroying the alcoholic's life? If not, why is it a problem? Also, F you for doxing people at random. Get GTFO out of here, dude. Flandre Scarlett says, I nearly spit my drink out laughing when Dick said, oh, Josh likes his content, with the biggest grin on his face like a light bulb that explained everything just went off in his brain. The funny thing is, there was one light bulb that didn't turn on.
Joke he didn't even get it.
He had no idea. And I think there may have been a couple in the chat who still don't understand why it's so funny that Josh likes his content.
Watch Josh's streams about Chantal and everything will suddenly become clear. You're like, I got it. I got the joke.
357 Simp Solver says Zoom needs to do par karaoke with the engine running and the garage door closed. People like him ruin the internet for everyone else. I used to care about the internet until I found MMA and running, and clearly these people need hobbies. Bad Dragonite says, that's why you don't bring Zoom on, especially after saying you can't kick him. Hangouts cucked you, Nick. I hope you can figure something out about that problem. We'll figure it out. Well, I know one solution. Knight of Hopex says, I think the point of Zoom and PvP are to be as unlikable as possible in order to caricature the people they disagree with. They claim to be right-wingers and to have conservative values, but they misbehave, dox, and act racist, draw hate intentionally. I guess if that's your shtick, do it. Doesn't usually work out to be the heel. Knight of Hopex says,
unless you're a funny heel, you have to be a funny heel. You can't be an angry heel, and that's their problem.
Yeah, you have to be likable.
Right.
Bad Dragonite says, to the panel, if you're ever in my neck of the woods and want some southern barbecue, stop by. Got a room-sized smoker. Everyone gets a couple pork shoulders for everyone with room to spare. Bring that quarter cow, Nick. We'll get it done. I've got a pork shoulder to go on tomorrow if I wake up in time. Knight of Hopex says, definitionally, spam is anti-free speech. It's aimed at preventing conversation, which is speech. Also, that furry art money comes with a big downside of being on the hook with people's constant feedback, not quite liking what you drew. It's pretty annoying. Knight of Hopex also says, Drex, also what you're talking about with rules were implicit morals that came from people having to rely on and put up with each other in their communities. Wasn't only ruined by the internet, was also ruined by welfare, less reliance on one's neighbors. DZV Titan says, you could probably take PPP's suggestion on buffets. He annihilates enough of them. Listen, I'm no buffet cuck. I know my way around a buffet table. And then there's just a couple left. Lamar 76 Metal says, God, didn't catch typos. Sorry, super late, super gay, lol. Thanks. The Crow 751 says, why is every Drex stream 4 to 6 hours? Talk about milking the bull. Just kidding, love your streams. Deathwish says, I feel bad for this one. I really did not want that much autism to come at Drexel. That was lame. Deathwish says, I'm beyond Cecil levels of drunk. Have EVS on again? Sure. Harrison Bui says, this stream went from 0 to 60 real quick. Deathwish says, wait, what? Why do you want my CC info? Okay. Deathwish says, only dumb people send you super chats. Wait. And that is it. Gator, I'm going to die. That was a lot of reading. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. I know Drexel was cool and composed all the way, but I actually like to talk to my friend when he's here instead of having a giant weirdo on. Anyway.
Sorry that autism kind of spilled over into your general direction.
Well, that's the internet, right? That's true. That's the internet. So
I take the good with the bad.
Yeah, I guess. And plus, simping ain't easy, but it sure is fun. I'm sure this stream will haunt my nightmares, and I will pay the ultimate price for it. I've already been told several times that I'm going down for this. So okay, I will have to go down for this. Sorry guys, it's been real.
Nick Rekieta has been canceled.
Yeah, Malik Foxon says that feedback with people not quite liking what you draw comes with any creative outlet. People don't like Nick's videos. People don't like some music. No one doesn't like my videos. Don't lie. Never been sure why art is different. No, I don't think it. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Gator, where can people find you?
I stream with the Ralph Retort on dlive.tv/the Ralph Retort, the kill stream, every weekday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, unless Ralph is really late, which is always. I also have my own channel, dlive.tv/Gator. Also, youtube.com/the Gator Gamer. I just got memberships on my channel, so apparently I'm in the good boys club with Susan.
Congrats, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, buddy.
Everybody go check out Gator on DLive and YouTube. And thanks for coming in, helping soothe out some of the tism. It got really it was a bit heavy, even for me. I wade in this stuff. So. Ugh. All right, guys.
Thanks for having me on. Sorry, it was a wild one.
No, that's okay. All right, guys. Thanks a bunch. Gator, don't leave just yet. And we'll say goodbye to the chat. Have a good night, chat. Peace. Peace.